They got the Quantum Dreams doing the PC physical releases for all their games. That's another thing.
You know, that's a good topic. We'll talk about that. Is it
Okay.
for them though? We're not. I mean,
Yeah,
we're
they're
live
doing it
now, but
themselves.
I'm just like, is that even good? Like, I'm trying to figure, like, do they really believe the PC community gives a fuck about their games enough to buy it?
Dude, personally, I think that's a waste of
That's
resources.
what I was saying, bro. Like, you're already digital on PC. Like, most people just buy their shit digital on PC, or they pirate your shit digital, obviously. But I just don't think that's. I think that's stupid. Okay, that's just me. Um,
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, why are you celebrating like wasting your own money? Then
What's going on,
go
gentlemen?
buy that shit.
what's going on,
What's up, Yellow?
bro? Let's go get this.
Appreciate the invite, Sam.
Okay, yes, he
What the
does
fuck?
that thing every time he enters. Okay, I just have to. What's up, J Love? I see you, buddy.
What up, Yellow? What's good? Son of Sam, what's good,
What's
man?
going on,
yo?
JayTech, what's good, yo?
What's up, man?
Ain't shit.
Where is
Yo,
this?
I'm gonna go ahead and say something. I don't know if you live now, Jay, or not, but
Yo,
bro,
I'm
I
live.
saw some more shit in dreams, bro.
You saw shit in dreams?
Bro,
Oh
the
fuck.
the stairway of Joker dancing. Somebody redid that in dreams.
Yeah. They did. They did do that.
That Batman animated series game that you showed me.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a full-fledged game. It's like
Yeah,
dude
it's a
played it
full-fledged
like,
game,
oh
bro.
my god.
Yo, I see the last of us done that shit, yo.
Yeah, I've seen a lot, man. It's just the game is unique, bro.
Yeah, that game is fire, man.
And the crazy
Dreams
thing
is
is,
fire.
like, I might get it next week, and I bet you I'll have the platinum before Jay does.
I already have the platinum.
No, you don't.
Yep, I got
How you
it
get
at
platinum?
11 this morning.
Hey, J Love, don't entertain that shit. Just talk over it, bro.
I got that shit all over Twitter. You can check my fucking profile and all that shit, motherfucker.
Look at that shit, man.
Yeah, bro. I had to get that shit. It's a statement too, bro. It's like, nah, don't come for me, bro. Like, motherfuckers trying to support this shit now that called it trash. Like, don't come for me on that bullshit, man. I supported the fuck out of that game, so I definitely had to get the platinum. And I had to get that shit early, too. You know? Fuck that shit. That shit's still sitting at 0.1% on the platinum, bro.
Damn.
Yeah. That's crazy. And
why you think it killed? Why you think it killed Xbox though, Jay?
Bro, because of the Game Pass feature. Hold on, I gotta set up some shit real quick. Shit.
What's the rating of Metacritic? Still at 91.
I'll still get the platinum before Jay.
PS4.
What's going on, chat? We see you. Yo, big money. What's up,
Yo,
y'all?
you got it? Yo, Son of Sam, you got it? You got Dream Sam?
What's going on, Nickel Man?
Yeah, I got the 3-month one, J-Lo.
Yo, this shit went down to 89? Damn, what the fuck niggas is doing?
It was three mixed reviews. It was at an 88. It was 3 mixed reviews. I don't know what happened with the other one, but it must have disappeared.
These niggas.
Yeah.
Yeah, these niggas.
Yeah, you know how J-Love, you know how that shit is, bro. You know how that shit is.
Jacob, you guys next thing to come on the show today?
Somebody said they asked them, bro. I'm trying to figure out, is that true?
Hey, love.
Well, Big Money, what's up, man?
You guys next thing to come on the show today?
Nah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah. I was on the show the other day, though. Yeah,
because I was wondering what the fuck he was talking about. I was like, next gen?
No. I talked to him last night, and he said he was coming. I thought he's the way he said it. I thought J-Love was like, come to the show today. Because I was like, all right, he's like, I'm coming to the show tomorrow. Because I was talking to him about the fight last night. And then I told him just jump in. So he's still on the thing, right, Jay? So he might just jump in.
Yeah, I gotta hit him up.
Get his name for me again, bro. I don't know if he. There's a lot of people still in here, but I don't see him. So.
Yo, man, you know what? Yo, I'm noticing like you getting big money. You getting the these dudes. You get the X series, right? You gonna get that? You copping that, right?
Yeah, I'm picking it up.
Yo, Yellow, you copping the X?
Yeah, he picking it up day one.
Fuck you, Jay.
Yeah.
They got.
Nah, you ain't buying that shit. Yo, y'all ain't buying that shit, man.
Hey, to be honest with you, I
Y'all
would
ain't
buy that
stupid,
shit,
man.
but they got to prove to me, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
well, I mean,
I got family members over there, and I got homies that are like family over there. You feel me? But
yeah.
my thing is, bro, when it comes to gaming, I know where to get my games at. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, most likely, first they have to prove to me. If they ain't proving nothing to me, bro, I mean, I'll just get a PC. You know what I'm saying? For multi-use, I should say. You know what I mean? So
yeah, man. That makes sense. That makes sense.
yeah, Jay said he's gonna get it day one.
What up, everybody?
Yo, who that?
What's up, Eddie?
Eddie.
What up, man? What up?
Niggas ain't buying that shit, man. I mean,
What game?
PC, man.
What game y'all talking about?
The
Hellblade.
system, Xbox One, Series X.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ain't buying that shit.
I might buy it.
You might buy it?
I was joking. I'm just joking. I ain't buying that shit.
Yeah,
I ain't
well,
buying it.
yeah, listen, I gotta get $500. Yo, put it like this. I gotta donate $500 money to like a big money foundation or yellow foundation. Them motherfucking
I might
shit.
get it because
Donate, nigga. I need it. Donate.
I'm not buying nothing that I'm not using, yo. I'm not buying anything I'm not using, yo. I'm already compelled with the PS4 and the games, man. I'm doing backlog catalog shit, man. I'm not buying that.
you know if
I
they
never
bring
bought with it.
scale bond, if they say they making scale bond, then I will buy the Xbox. If they don't do that, then I ain't buying no Xbox.
Get a PC, like Yella said, man. Yella said, get a PC, man.
Yeah,
Get a
everything.
PC,
Yeah,
you buy all that shit.
even if Scalebound come out, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you though, Eddie. I do believe they gotta bring Scalebound out, but it will not be exclusive to Xbox. A lot of time has passed, and whatever contract they did have, that shit is definitely gonna pass. And you already know, if you guys have not known the pattern of games that came out 1 or 2 generations, they change. They put a HD or they put a definitive edition underneath of the title, and they have the ability at that point in time to put that game on other platforms that it was not originally on. So with that being said, we're heading into another generation. So if Scalebound is something that's gonna come out, it will definitely be multi-plat. I remember what happened with Final Fantasy Versus 13. They changed the title to Final Fantasy 15, and they put that shit on Xbox One and PS4. So yeah. As soon as we step foot in the next gen, that game going multi-plat.
Hey, let me go ahead and say something real
Hey,
quick.
don't listen to them, bro. Get that motherfucker
Don't get that
Xbox,
fucking
bro.
shit,
Don't listen
man.
to them.
Don't buy that
Get
shit,
that
man.
motherfucker.
Don't buy that dumb shit, man.
On some real shit, check this out.
Get that motherfucker, Eddie.
Check this out,
Make
gentlemen.
listen to Big Money, man. He gonna have you bankrupt. That nigga Big Money gonna have you bankrupt and crying broke.
Bro, listen.
And man.
Check this out. For anybody that has pre-ordered any game that got delayed, okay, whether it be Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy VII, I think those are amongst the two, but any game that you were pre-ordering and it got delayed, PlayStation has put that money back into your account.
Good shit.
But listen though, they didn't verify your permission to do that. I mean, they took it upon themselves to do it, so don't just feel as though that you have free money sitting there. Check your pre-orders before you start spending that money. So just giving y'all the tips and a heads up on that.
And they put it back into your PSN account, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm about to say, what? Our bank account? Yeah.
No.
Okay. That's good.
Yo.
Yeah, that's nice.
But the Avengers is coming out in September, so I'm trying to figure out how they Cyberpunk, where they're gonna put Cyberpunk at. And Last of Us,
I don't know what the fuck about to go down, because a lot of games about to bunch up again. You know?
Yeah, I don't know how this shit gonna work, man.
Did they say they delayed The Last of Us again?
No. It's coming out in May. It was supposed to come out this past Friday, but it got.
The only thing that got delayed was the gameplay trailer that we were supposed to see.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I still think it's hope to see that though. You're not going to PAX next week, so I mean, you don't have to cancel the fucking trailer.
Like, got a point on that. Yeah.
You know, if you want to do a gameplay, look, bro. I'm gonna tell you one thing that they can still get eyes on your fucking game, bro. Do a live stream. Say
Still
that
play?
you're doing a live stream
Ow.
playthrough of the part that was gonna be at PAX and have everybody watch. Cause I'm gonna be honest, bro. I do kind of feel left out when everybody else gets to play a demo at an event and then we don't get to play that shit. And it's like, bro, why can't you just give us the code on the PlayStation Store so we all can, have that experience,
Jay, you know what though? I think if you come down here to the city, you can probably get a play. You can probably get a playthrough
Yeah,
at the
I want to
PlayStation
wait.
Store.
I want to wait until they confirm that. I ain't traveling all the way down to New York just for you to say that they gonna have that shit there. I want to wait for them to confirm. Hey, we gonna have the demo at the Sony Square. I'm not traveling to New York. I'm already traveling to fucking Chicago at the end of April. Nah, bro. I was gonna travel to New York, but remember how quiet they was,
Yeah.
and that wasn't even a real celebration. The celebration was a trophy
Nah.
celebration. You know.
Yep.
That I hope I'm
Yeah.
still getting rewards for, because I did get a fucking lot of trophies, including the fucking
Well,
Dreams Platinum. So
hey, I think they'll do a still play.
I
That's my
mean,
thought.
I think that's a great thing to do, bro. I think that's something I would love for them to do.
They that's I think that's gonna be they mindset right there. If they can't go nowhere else, they might do a still
You
play.
talking about, wait a minute, you
For
talking
an
about a
hour.
state of play just for the games or a state of play to
Fuck,
present the
like
PS5?
Look,
no, they
instead
might
of
do
play
a live stream still play. That's what they gotta do right there. Like a live stream still play. Show all the stuff that's coming out for the PlayStation 5, all that. I think they would need to do right there. Just do it like that and surprise everybody.
I mean, I would go for it. I mean, look, whatever they do, eyes are gonna be on them, bro. Like, that's the thing. Everybody's so hyped for any little bit of news. They're starving for any little bit of announcement. Whatever they do, motherfuckers are gonna be watching, man. It's just
But Jay, why they holding PlayStation 4? This goes out to everybody in the panel. Why everybody's holding PlayStation accountable for everything that is going wrong? Why? Why motherfuckers is splitting the PS5, yo?
I'm
They
confused.
always,
I'm confused. What?
They always do that.
What you say?
Look, I'm saying why these motherfuckers is splitting the PlayStation 5 like they're holding PlayStation accountable for everything that goes
Okay,
wrong.
let me
You know
break
what I'm
this
saying?
down, bro. It's gonna be a little boring because we want
It's
to go
simple,
back
though.
and forth,
It's
but
simple.
I'm gonna break it down. They want Sony, they want PlayStation to look bad. They understand that they've been losing all generation, and yes, I'm talking about Xbox
Of
4,
course.
Xbox users, Xbox
I
fanboys,
agree with you.
Xbox, whatever you want to call them.
I agree with you, Jay.
They've been salty for a long time, and this looks good for them because PlayStation looks
Absolutely.
bad. So they want
Absolutely.
PlayStation to look so bad the Xbox looks good, but that's never gonna fucking happen. Like, it doesn't matter how much PlayStation might not give us information. It doesn't matter how quiet Sony is on PlayStation 5 announcements. The state of PlayStation will never be so fucking fucked up that Xbox is gonna look like they dominated. Cause they not doing anything right now. You saying PlayStation fucking up? Hey, yeah, okay, yeah, they not giving us news. Yes, we don't have a release date on an announcement of the PS5. Yes, a couple of games got delayed, and we could be playing some games right now, but we're not playing them now. We gotta wait a month from now. Yes, that's true. That is true. But there are games as a gamer to fucking play. You know, and with all of that, whether you call that horrible, bad, or I'm not satisfied with that information I just gave out, Xbox, what are they doing? Tell me, what are they doing? Sony fucking up, right? What is Xbox doing? They dropping games? Do they critically
Hey, I don't
acclaimed
think, you
fucking
know
games
what?
coming out? They selling consoles?
Jay, I don't think Sony is fucking up. I just think it's a lack of information going around. The only information we've been getting from them is them pulling out of shit. And I think people like, what the fuck is going on? Every time we hear any information from them is that they're pulling out some event after they just mentioned that they're going to be giving information out in 100 events. That's what fucked them up. That statement right there, that was a goofy, dumb ass statement that they made, and they're not giving us any information. And the thing is that I think, like we talked about this last week. Well, no, we talked about this the other day. this is February, January, February, March, April. When we start getting into those March and April, and we still don't hear anything, I think something is wrong behind closed doors that we don't know about.
But Big Money, why nobody's putting pressure on the Xbox? Why everybody's thirsty?
But because the industry,
let me break this down.
Because the industry is not worried about the Xbox. That's the thing. You can clearly see nobody care.
Oh, Big Money, you going to buy one? So you should
that don't have nothing to do with the industry thing. I'm just one person. Well, I know it's a lot of people out there. You got to understand, it's different type of consumers out there, man. I'm a consumer that consumes everything. I buy everything.
That's why they call you no money.
Listen.
That's why I'm gonna go back.
I buy bird seed for a bird that I don't got.
I don't like that.
You know what I'm saying? I do shit like that, bro. I'm just saying. No, bro, for real, it's just a lot of different type of consumers out there. I'm the type of consumer that buys. You know, when you got, and I'm not trying to make it seem like I got money. This is just an example. You ever wonder why you meet a rich person? You can only drive one car, but you look at his driveway, he got about 26 cars. And you be like, man, why do you need all these cars? And he gonna tell you, like, I don't know. I like buying shit. That's how a lot of people are, and I'm not trying to make it seem like I got money like that. I'm just saying that ever since gaming started, when I bought a ColecoVision and I bought a Nintendo system, would you ask me that back then? No, you'd be like, oh, he got a ColecoVision and a Nintendo. But ColecoVision wasn't putting out no hellified games back in the day. Nintendo was. But I had a ColecoVision. I had an Atari. It's just that I'm a consumer like that.
Right. I think what happens is that you got these Xbox dudes, right? They just thirsty for PlayStation news. Like Jay said, they just want to bash it or something go wrong. They just want to say, hey, this is what the specs. It's beneath the X series. They want to say anything to get a leg up. That's what they want. They want any leg. I'm not thirsty for the news. I could give a fuck if they release the PS5 in 2022. I don't give a fuck, yo. I don't care if they release it. Look.
The reason why you don't care and I don't care, and pretty much if you're a gamer, you don't care, because we're playing games, bro.
Exactly.
We're not posting videos daily to say,
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, I just got the fucking platinum in 1 week and 4 days. 1 week and 4 days that I got the platinum for Dreams. I'm playing games while everybody worried about, Sony, you ain't doing this. Oh, they pull out. Oh, shit. I'm up here playing fucking Dreams every day, getting shit done, bro. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, is bitching about shit on the internet, is that the new shit we doing as gamers? Is that what it means to be a gamer now? Bitching about... No, I'm just saying, bro. Go look at these other motherfuckers. Look at these other motherfuckers we talking about, bro. Yes, look at these
gamers are some of the most complainingest people on earth, bro. That's all we do is complain about shit.
Big money. Like, literally, look at your fucking neighbor. Look at your Xbox fan while they're on the fucking internet, while they're on Twitter, while they're doing podcasts. After they're done doing that, bro, ask yourself, let's be real. Are they going to play games? No.
Hey, you know what, y'all? You know what we need to stop doing? We need to stop comparing PlayStation fans to Xbox fans. Do you really care what Xbox fans are doing or saying? Like, I don't care. That shit don't matter to me. I don't see why y'all so invested. I don't see why y'all so invested in that. The thing, listen, the whole subject with the PS5 information is people are wondering, okay, you got this system coming out in about 8 months. You have to start the publicity for this pretty soon, bro. That's the thing what people are worried about. People don't want, I'm going to let you go in a minute, J-Love. I'm sorry. Yeah. You can't wait till June and July to start doing, and you got a console coming out. That's when people start getting nervous. That's what people are worried about. We know the games are there. We're good with the games. That's not the issue. The issue is, when are you going to bring out this information so we can start saving our money? We can start putting down our money for our console, because a lot of people, I'm telling you, it's a lot of things going around in the air that the PlayStation 5 is now going to be in 2021. And all people want to know is like, okay, if that's the case, let us know. Why would you wait to the last moment? People, we're not worried. PlayStation fans, first of all, PlayStation fans are not worried about the game. We got the games. We got the game. We're worried about, okay, if this system that you said is coming out in 8 months, when are you going to start the publicity for it? And if you wait, with me personally, I think they're waiting to see what Xbox is going to do. This is a trying time for PlayStation. I think they're waiting to see what Xbox is going to do. I'm sorry. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead.
No, Big Money. All those things you hearing on the internet and YouTube is not coming from dudes like JayTech, Yellow, and me. That's coming from the opposition. All that complaining and whining and bitching is coming from them. That's all that shit is coming from. All that shit is coming from them. Like Jay said, motherfuckers ain't playing no games. So that bitching and whining and crying is coming from them. That's all they're doing.
Why does it bother you though? Why does it bother you?
Yeah, that's the thing. Why does that bother you?
No, it don't bother me. But guess what?
Well, clearly it does because you're talking about it.
Yeah, because I'm saying to myself, yo, listen, it's not bothering me to the point where I'm like, but what has happened is that if PlayStation decides not to release any information, so be it. It's still going to move. It's still going to move. 2021, they could say, yo, we're going to wait until 2021. So be it. They could do that. They could do that. Niggas still got a back catalog of this shit, of these games, man. They could release that shit in 2022. It don't matter. Motherfuckers is good. We'll be good until they release that shit. We still good. We're still good, yo. That's why. That's my reason that release that shit.
No, okay. You saying we gonna be good, but the thing is, man, what would you do if I tell you, just like now, I say, just like a minute ago, like I said, I talked to next year. I know y'all gonna be like, damn, Money, when is next year coming? We're an hour into the show. Damn, Money, what happened? You said next year is coming. Damn, but I'm not saying nothing. I'm not telling y'all nothing. Like, Money, do you hear us talking to you, bro? That's the thing. Don't tell us something that you have something coming and you don't give us any information. The thing I have a trouble with is with people. The first thing we do when we hear somebody talking about PlayStation, we always talk about Xbox people. Like, what does that have to do? What do Xbox guys have to do with PlayStation not coming and giving us the information that we're trying to hear? And I know we all jumping the gate. I'm jumping the gate. Everybody out there that's a PlayStation fan is jumping the gate just a little bit, but still, once we start getting it, it's like I said, this is the second month. We're going into the third month. Once we start getting into March and April and Sony don't say nothing and they got a console, I'm telling you, man, it's going to be fans out there frustrated because they're like, well, damn, is this system coming out? Because, bro, I think, me personally, I'm not a businessman, but I think you need a good, hard 6 months. If you coming out with a new console, you need a good, hard 6 months to do the publicity for it, man. You have to do something. And like I said, last time, I guess we all going off of what Sony did in 2013, and maybe we should have that mindset because if I'm thinking right, the last time they did it was February 20th when they did that reveal for the PS4. And maybe we just set in that mind state that, hell, like Sony, you did this in 2013. What the fuck are you doing? Like I said, I don't care about what Xbox fans are doing, what they're playing. I'm just worried about, you told me that you have a console coming out in 2020, and I'm just waiting on the information, and maybe I'm jumping the gun. It's early, but I just don't want to get to E3 and Sony ain't said shit about a system they got coming out this year. That's it.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Can I talk real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shut up.
So, hey, J Love, Big Money, you guys are who you are. You gotta have your own opinions and shit. As far as Fatal, like, I'm gonna speak for myself as a gamer. Okay, like y'all know my history. There was no crumb side when I got here. There was no super chats. There were no podcasts. I got on YouTube to share gaming videos with other people that really just talk shit about PlayStation and did not know what they had to offer. That's why I got on YouTube. And that's what I'm still doing on YouTube.
That's what I got on YouTube.
Yeah, no, but look, no, hold on. I'm gonna go into this, right? So that's why I'm playing Dreams. People shit on Dreams. I believed in Dreams before the fucking game actually got released and got fucking good scores. I was showing Dreams before it got released and got good scores. So let me be honest. We're not saying other guys. You know what? Not we. Fuck that. JayTech, me. I'm not saying other guys. I'm saying Xbox-centric individuals are using this as fodder for a podcast or to throw shade at Sony.
Right.
Listen, hear me out. Don't interrupt. Hear me out. And they're not actually living up to what they claim to be. Because when a game comes out, big money, Fatal, when a game for Xbox comes out, and you expect these big name YouTubers to do podcasts on any rumors based on specs of next generation consoles that were not true to begin with, when those games come out for their particular system, they're not buying those games, right? And not only are they not buying them, and you have the opportunity to download and play those games from Game Pass at a reduced price, they're not even showing those games off. Being a big personality with thousands of fucking subscribers and followers on Twitter, wouldn't it be better for the whole gaming industry if you show the followers and your subscribers how good this particular game is, right? But they're not doing that. So when you ask me why do I give a fuck what they're not playing, because they're pretending to be gamers while throwing shade at Sony and ignoring the fact that, let's be 100% honest, we're not investors, right? We don't work for these companies. They don't throw us no fucking money. We are gamers. So when you ask me why am I not worried or why shouldn't I be worried, bro, they're going to give us that information when they give us that information. Will I be freaking out like you or anybody else that may be freaking out at the end of fucking March? Yes, JayTech will be freaking out. But as of right now, we still got time. And I still have a little bit of hope. But yeah, when we get to the end of March...
Hold on, Jay. You said the end of next week. Now you changed it to the end of March. Hey, man, quit that bullshit, Jay.
Hold on. I don't lie. I said we have...
You did lie just then. You didn't say... You didn't say the other day the end of... You said the end of next week.
Big money. Let me tell you what I told you, bro. I said we have until the end of next week, which is the last fucking week of the month before they drop information. That's what I said. I never said they couldn't give us information in March when you know they're supposed to give us some information in March because GDC is in March. So why the fuck wouldn't they give us information in March also? We got, listen, big money. Let's be 100% honest. Next week is tax, right? March, I didn't know GDC was the next week. GDC is at the end of fucking March, right? So why the fuck would I tell you, hey, bro, we only got until next week. They don't announce anything next week. They're not going to announce nothing. They were going to fucking GDC, right? They were going to go into March and release information. So, yes, I do have hope. And you should have hope, too. Because if they weren't going to talk about anything...
You said, let me finish what you said last week.
Hold on. You're telling me what you think I said. Let's be 100% straight. Nobody said...
If you let me get out what I want to say, go ahead.
Let me finish, big money. I never fucking said that they were going to go to fucking PAX next week and release information on a PS5 because we know what they was going to release. They were going to go there with Final Fantasy VII Remake demo and The Last of Us Part 2.
Let me say what I'm going to say. I didn't say you said PAX. This is what... Go look at your Google it. You said it on air. We were talking about the information they were going to give on PS5. And this is what I said. I said, damn, man, I hope they don't wait to the end of March or March 20th to give. You said, shit, next week, I'm going to start panicking next week. You didn't say that. All you got to do is go look at what you said, Jay. Oh, you said it on air.
Bro, I said...
Hold
on. I said that, bro. I said that.
General conversation about
Yeah, I said that. I said that in a joking manner because it's literally. I said that in a joking manner because it literally is the last.
Oh, now we're joking.
Hold on. It is the last fucking week, right? I did say that in a joking manner. You took it seriously. I said that shit in a joking manner. We have 1 week left of the month. After next week, we're in a new month.
Oh, man.
But we already know we wasn't going to get no PS5 shit before they started announcing they were going to pull out. They wasn't going to give us no PS5 shit this month. They wasn't. Bro, but look, hey, if you believe they're going to be just like 2013, they're going to drop their information the same month, they're going to drop their information the same way, they're not. No, bro. I'm sorry. A lot of people been thinking this. If you haven't, I apologize for putting you in that bracket. But a lot of people are under the impression that Sony was going to reveal the PS5 the same way, the same day, and everything was going to be exactly the same as the PS4. I don't think so, bro. But look, again, let me clarify in non-joking manner. I'm saying this, JayTechTV is saying this. If we get to the end of fucking March and they don't talk about nothing related to the PS5, I, along with everybody that are currently already freaking the fuck out, will be freaking out. That obviously they're going to have to delay their plans. Now look, Microsoft will definitely take this shit as an advantage. I don't see them ever delaying the Xbox Series X. I don't give a fuck how bad the virus might seem or the virus actually is by June. They will never delay that system for health concerns. Bro, I was here when they released the fucking Xbox 360 and it had a 68% failure rate on the 360 with the red ring of death and all these other fucking issues. They don't fucking
the demo
give a
units
fuck.
were breaking, bro.
They don't give a fuck,
doing
bro.
that shit.
They are not delaying that system. Don't like. So if you're an Xbox fan, I want you guys to rest assured. This virus, Microsoft don't give two fucks about it. If they feel that it's an advantage over Sony, they gotta take that. So y'all cool. We Sony playing it safe. Microsoft don't give a fuck. They gonna release that system. They release that system and it might not even have all the components. They don't give a fuck. Look, bro, they need a win, and this would be a huge win for Microsoft.
That's not even gonna. That's the thing though. That's not even gonna be a win for them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Let's be honest. Yeah, I mean
that hardware is not going to sell for shit, dude. Like it seems like the xCloud thing is a bigger thing they want to push now. I mean, after all, they did say that's their new competition, right?
Yeah, and then they fucking he backpedaled
Google the week after. Amazon, all that shit.
The week after he backpedaled, and then he said that PlayStation, Nintendo are their competition. Like he backpedaled on the VR shit too, bro. Like I don't know what Phil Spencer's thinking right now. Like,
can I ask Phil something? Phil, do you want to be honest with you? What you mean? What Phil Spencer mean that when he say Sony and Nintendo is not competition? What are you trying to?
It's not their main competition.
Yeah, it's not their focus. Like they're focusing on cloud.
It's not their focus.
As I stated it, that's the most passive way to say that we got our asses kicked, and we're gonna continue.
Yeah. Like we can't fight in this arena. We're gonna go to
a better way to say it in the business fucking side of things.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the rookie pool and beat up on the rookies, and maybe if we get enough experience over here.
And why not? I mean, when you think about it, Microsoft kind of has a little bit of an upper edge to that. I mean, they've been fucking working on this Azure cloud shit for how long? For quite a while. Long ass time, dude. So yeah, like they're definitely gonna have their place for sure for people that want streaming, which I don't atone for, and I hope to God nobody here does. But hey, to each their own. If you want streaming to be the future, then go and fucking play on streaming devices, man. I'm not. Fuck that noise. I still want physical and digital to be a main thing. I think anybody should have the right to be able to buy their games in the physical form or in digital form if they so choose to, but not streaming only.
It's up to us as customers, man, to keep that shit going. And I think we made a strong statement this year with the PlayStation. We've made a strong statement. So I still see streaming going to be there, but it's a long way off. It's
big money. How they made a strong statement with how they made a big how did we show a strong statement
that we don't give a fuck about streaming. Nobody
no. But Jay, listen to me. How they made a big movement or statement when you guys do still going head first on buying the X series. That ain't no strong statement. That's telling me y'all niggas still going blindly in the blind. She gonna buy sheep. That's what that's telling me.
Well, you're gonna have your people that are loyalists, man. You're gonna have loyalists.
I tried to explain this to J Love, but
That's true. But we told this Z the other day, me and J Dubs. We said in order to stop this bullshit, don't buy the shit. I told him, don't buy the shit. Don't stop supporting the shit. Maybe you'll see a change. I was on the show and J Dubs confirmed it. He said, yeah, stop going and buy the shit, and maybe you'll see a change. Why niggas still want to buy the shit, man?
J-Love, you mixing two things up. We're talking about streaming, and you're talking about the selling of the Xbox. Selling of the Xbox is not going. What I mean when I told you when I said
niggas gonna stream it to the box. Ain't niggas gonna stream it to the box? Niggas gonna stream it to the X. Niggas gonna stream it to the X.
It depends.
J-Love. When I told you they made a big statement, Sony made a big statement. This generation, man, with all the consoles and the physical games they sold, to let you know streaming is, before it becomes mainstream, it's a long way off. That has nothing to do with people buying the Xbox Series. They're not buying the Xbox Series X just for streaming. They're not buying for that, bro. They're not buying that for that.
I'm buying for Game Pass.
I'm telling you that streaming.
There you go.
When it comes to streaming, it's a long ways off, and I think the main majority of gamers don't care about streaming. Not yet.
I don't know. Yeah, they don't know the future of that shit.
That's what I mean by Sony making a great statement this year, because they sold a lot of physical games. Now, don't get me wrong, streaming is coming up. Streaming, like every year. That shit is keep going. Even myself, I done found myself streaming game. Buying games straight from streaming. I didn't go buy a lot of physical. Matter of fact, I think 60% of the games that I bought this year were from the internet and shit. I didn't buy physical. So, every year that shit just keep cropping up. I still think it's a long ways off, though.
Big money. I think it's gonna be like 2 decades from now. 3 decades, man. I think this may be mainstream, yo.
That could be, but I think.
And it may not even.
I'm looking at 10 years.
It's not gonna happen for a while, because there's a lot of places like across the world that do not have good internet. Probably won't get good internet for a very, very long time.
It's gonna be wow, man. Yeah, it's gonna be. I may be dead.
Now, this thing lingers to the point. Streaming lingers to the point that it's just going to be nothing more than like an option for people that want to play shit on the go, or whether at work or whatever you want to call it. Fine. But I'm mainly looking at it from the aspect as I never want to see it take off and become a mainstream thing to the point where developers will make exclusive games just for that type of fucking service and say, fuck everybody else. You know what I mean? That's what I don't want to see.
Spider-Man 3, if you can't buy it at the store no more. You can only buy it on PlayStation Network. Now that's when motherfuckers are like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yo. Oh God, don't even get me going on Bleeding Edge.
Yeah. But look. All I want to say though, bro, if we gonna go forward into E3, we got March that hasn't started yet, so we got March, April, May, and look. Sony gotta. Let's be honest. You said 6 months. 6 month point is actually June. Adam, whenever he gets in here, he's been speculating for May for a long time, which I don't want. I don't want them to come out in May and talk about the PS5. I feel that they need to talk about the PS5 at least 2 months before The Last of Us, and that would be fucking March. That would be March. So you got March or April.
Jay, that's gonna take limelight. That's gonna take the limelight away from The Last of Us too.
No. Hear me out. Oh, I'm not joking. This is my. I'm telling you, April gonna get here. I was just joking.
These are my serious opinions right now. They're not facts. This is just what I think. I'm not saying it will happen. I don't know the future. I'm not in the industry enough to do that. I'm just giving you guys my opinion, like we're going around in a circle for this fucking podcast giving opinions. We don't know if it's gonna happen. Like, some motherfuckers right, some motherfuckers wrong. Shit, I thought Dreams was gonna have a lower score than that, but it didn't. So look, even I'm wrong. But let me get back on it. You got 2 months before The Last of Us, right? Last of Us could take the limelight away from the announcement of the PS5, or obviously vice versa will happen. But as long as they come out with the announcement or the reveal of the system and reassure everybody that backwards compatibility will be in your best interest because it will enhance some of the later PS4 exclusives, now I don't think motherfuckers are going to give a fuck about buying a PS5 in preparation to also buy The Last of Us in May. Nobody gonna give a fuck because they know they can replay it or continue to play it at a better resolution.
Sony fans will give a fuck. Sony fans, because like I said, JayTech before, there's a lot of people out there on the PlayStation side who I've spoken to that do not give a fuck about backwards compatibility, even if it's there or not.
No, hold on.
So they do have PC there.
I'm not talking about the last 3 gens. I'm talking about PS4, playing PS4 exclusives.
That's what I'm talking about too. I'm not talking about anything backwards compatibility, PS4 included. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people out there do not care. Like a lot of PlayStation fans who I've seen videos. Me personally,
if you feel that you can do this, get them on the show. If you feel that you can do this, get those PlayStation guys on the show. I'm a PlayStation guy. I've been a PlayStation guy longer than the people you probably talking about. Okay? And I don't feel that way. I have never felt that way. Not about the PS4. Mm-hmm. I felt that way about PS1, 2, and 3. I do not believe that they're going to have backwards compatibility. I was never hyping that shit up. And now the closer we even get to a possible reveal of this system, it seems like they definitely not going to look at that shit. It might be digitally backwards compatibility opposed to physical. But I do believe the PS4 will definitely be physical. And I don't know who these people are. It sounds pretty stupid. But I definitely believe the PS4 is digital and physical backwards compatibility with enhancements. That's obvious. They want to show off the power.
When you move on to the PS5 like I do you sell your PS4? No, you keeping it.
I kept my PS3 for a good 2 years, and then I ended up buying.
You still got it?
No. I ended up buying 2 additional ones later on, and then I ended up trading them because I was like, bro, I just don't play it enough. Me personally, I'm gonna keep mine for a while. I don't know. I can't tell you the exact length for how long I'm gonna feel that. Hey, I'm gonna keep this. I might give it to a family member, but I'm keeping it so I can do my proper transfer.
I'm keeping mine, man. I'm keeping mine. Sure.
Yeah. I need to go buy me a Pro.
But I mean, it depends on what the 5 is gonna do. If the 5 is gonna do everything that I've been doing with the PS4, right? Including playing all my games digital as well as the physical collection that I have. It's like, hey, bro, I have a better system and I don't need this one no more. Like I said, I gave I remember giving my PS3 away to somebody that really needed it. I did that multiple times with my my new PS3 as well as my original PS4. I gave that to a coworker that wanted to get into the PS4. I gave that away. So. I mean, it all depends.
But man. You got the Pro now. You got the Pro, right? You got the Pro, right?
I got the Pro now. I've had the Pro since day one. So I mean,
you got a Vita too, don't you, Dave?
No, I lost that. Sadly, I lost that last year. I don't know where or how, but I was so pissed off.
You want to know what Yellow's gonna do with his?
Shut the fuck up, Yellow. How about that?
Oh shit!
Yellow's finna put that bitch on my roadie shelf.
Crunch berries, some Captain Crunch.
I'm not gonna sound.
Yo, what the hell you got against Captain Crunch, sir?
No, I said I'm about to eat some Captain Crunch.
That's what I'm doing with mine. I'm gonna trade my PlayStation 4 for an Xbox. I'm joking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If you're playing
an Xbox and a PlayStation,
don't get that shit, man. Don't get that. Nobody want that.
I'm just joking with y'all. I ain't getting no play.
Yeah.
Get you a motherfucking Xbox, man. Don't listen to these people, man. Get you an Xbox. I'm telling you, Xbox.
Rated D, you need to get in this podcast, bro. I know you got some good thoughts. I'll talk to you for many years, man. You need to get in this podcast.
Oh, don't worry there, fucking big money. I'm planning on getting the new Xbox in the foreseeable future, but
I think the Switch is going to be first. I'm not telling nobody not to get one, bro. Look, I'm going to be honest. If it was between getting an Xbox Series X and getting a PC, I'd probably tell you to get a fucking Xbox. Why? Because we know Microsoft is going to make sure there's some sort of modified emulation style of Windows running on that new system, bro. And I think it's gonna be a good system for console users that like Xbox. You know, I don't think it's gonna be a bad. They can't make it worse than what they did this year. Like they can't make it worse.
After I think it was like 2 days ago. I think it was like all this gameplay came up for. And for the record, in case anybody was going to ask me, no, I wasn't in on the beta for fucking Bleeding Edge. I didn't bother downloading it.
Did you have access to it?
Shit.
I didn't make it down. I had access to it for a long time because I played it one time a long time ago when I got accepted into the alpha. And I played a little bit of it, and it's okay. Like, it's nothing mind-blowing. Not doing anything new. But, I mean, I can see myself having a little fun with it. I mean, more fun than I had with fucking Shitdown 3, but that's about it. But the game that I'm mainly looking forward to, though, that I saw recently with, like, gameplay fucking recent that came out, I think it was yesterday, I think it came out.
New gameplay?
Was, Grounded. Yeah. Grounded.
Yeah,
How to Shrink the Kids game?
Yeah, bro. I tell people all the time that's one of my favorite movies. That and Back to the Future. I love those movies.
Classics.
So I definitely look. I never shitted on that. Like I know J-Dub did, but I never felt the need to shit on it. I was saying, is that really the visuals? But I will go look at some gameplay because I like it. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, that's the art style.
Yeah,
that's the art style they're going with it. Yeah,
like
it actually looks pretty cool, man. It looks pretty dope.
You know what game I used to like, bro? Huh?
You know how like I'm big on those survival type kind of games, right? Like The Forest, Conan Exiles, and stuff like that.
Oh, it's like one of those.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I like about it, bro? We about to go old school a little bit, bro. Remember this game called Army Men, Sergeants, Heroes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I know where you're going with
I'm
that.
a big fan of big world, small characters. I also like the movie. What is it? Fievel Goes West. Y'all remember that? Yeah. Okay, so I went to Disney World and Universal Studios when they had that promotion. I think it was '99. So I went that year, and I got to be in that little area, and it was dope, bro. Everything was bigger than me and shit. So I don't have any bad ill for this Grounded game. I didn't even know that was the name of the game, by the way. Like I'm hearing the name, but I didn't know that was the game, the game's name. But
you know what, Jay? I'm a fan of that shit too. That's why I like you. I know y'all heard of that game Biomutant.
Yeah.
I love games like that.
It keeps getting fucking delayed and delayed.
Bro,
oh my god!
You know what I want from Biomutant, bro? I don't know if it'll be campaign or multiplayer. Let me create my own character, cause I want to run around as a wolf. I'm dead ass serious. I want to run around as a fucking wolf.
Pig, yo.
Hello, everyone.
Nobody in here.
My ears just had an orgasm.
Just decent about that. They say they still working on the game. JJ.
Well, they are. And it's called Indian in the Cupboard.
No, you bring it back. You bring it back. I watched that movie so many times growing up. Indian in the Cupboard.
Indian in the Cupboard. God,
yeah, they with Biomutant, they have indefinitely canceled the Switch version.
Oh,
Yeah, because I had it pre-ordered.
You were telling me about that a couple weeks ago. Yeah, you were telling me.
I had it pre-ordered for the Switch, and then when we went into my pre-orders at GameStop, it was like a store-made SKU. So when we thought about things, the guy asked me, he said, "Did you have Biomutant pre-ordered?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, that's the reason." He said they got an email saying that the game was indefinitely canceled for the Switch.
But a co-sign that nobody, that actually happened to me with Arkham Knight.
Yeah, they still working on the game right now. They say
they did that. They did that with Arkham Knight. I think it was like probably 2 weeks before the game came out. I had the Batmobile edition. Yeah. They canceled that bitch just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, they got the nerve too. Nobody. They got the nerve to see. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
I was saying that the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox versions are still on, but the Switch version is indefinitely canceled.
Guess what? They started talking about they thinking about making a version for the PC though. That's I'm confused on that.
What game?
Y'all gonna count for that? Huh?
What game?
Biomutant.
I thought it was already announced for PC.
No. It wasn't announced for PC. They thinking about it now.
They gonna do it. Nah, they gonna do it. They could do it.
Fucked up, but that's fucked up though. That is fucked up. They canceled it for
This
that,
is
but
what
they
I want to
bring
say for Snow Bunny. This is what I want to say. I love Nintendo. I got a very, very soft spot for Nintendo. I need them to make a more powerful system just so developers like that can have no more excuses, right? To delay or cancel or pull a game from that system. I'm being honest.
Well, after Witcher 3, none of them have those excuses.
Yes, I agree.
That's
but there are
very
still
fucking
a lot
true.
of motherfuckers that will try because we're heading into a new generation. You get what I'm saying?
I understand completely, but the thing is some of the games that's running on the Switch right now should not even be able to run on the Switch. But developers made it so that they can run on the Switch. And some shit that looks absolutely gorgeous on PlayStation 4, things like that should not have issues running on the Switch. When they port that shit to the Switch, that shit's fucking broken. And I'm talking about stuff that's not even highly graphical. Cough, cough, my time in Porsche. Cough, cough.
Cough, cough, my poor child.
You know what, bro? I want to try that game.
Don't worry about it.
I'm a big Harvest Moon fan, so I've been wanting to try that game. I might.
Which one? My time in Porsche?
Yeah.
If you get it, don't get it on the Switch version. Let's put it this way. It was $40. I bought it day one. It was so fucking broken. I played it for 1 hour, hour and a half, and I have not touched that bitch since, and it came out last year. Because that's how broken it was.
What game?
Hey, so, buddy, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. When they started talking about let's see that one for The Witcher 3 coming, I swore up and down that thing couldn't run on the Switch. I swore up and down that thing could not run on the Switch.
Let me tell you something, Big Money. Have you seen My Time in Porsche?
No.
It's like a Harvest Moon-like game. Very not highly intensive graphical, no high-speed fight scenes, nothing like that. Let's put it this way. The Witcher 3 runs better on the Switch than My Time in Porsche did at launch.
It's really sad because I knew when I first saw that game, I saw it when it was only on PC, and I was like, oh yeah, this game, when it comes to PS4, I want to get it. I didn't get it. Don't worry, I will get it. Just trying to cut down on a lot of games that I want to finish. I did finish Dreams. I'm heading back to Doom and shit. Get Titanfall out the way. So I might have some room to buy like 1 or 2 more games. I know that Nier Automata is $20. I'm probably about to buy that today. A lot of people been wanting me to buy it. I thought it was a $20 game, so I'm glad that it's finally $20. But if you want to play that game, they also have it on PC. I'm just saying. I mean, if you want to play that game, but it's sad that the developer didn't develop that game properly. Like I think that if you can get Witcher to run, there should be no more excuses to delay or cancel games or pull games or not playing games for Switch. And also, when you do bring them to the Switch, you should definitely make sure that they run properly. I mean, you motherfuckers went through college. Y'all been in the industry for years. It's nothing that y'all can't fucking do. If we got people, and you looking at this image right now, creating shit from scratch on Dreams, y'all motherfuckers should be able to do anything when it comes to programming shit on Switch.
Whoa.
Fuck.
I'm not saying anything bad about that because I have Dreams, man.
Big money over there about to fix his lips to fucking talk about bad Dreams.
Let Big Money run his mouth. That's what he does. He's good at doing it. He's very efficient at it.
That's why we call him Big Mouth. We're not calling Big Money.
Hold on a minute. I thought tons of people have been telling me that these developers that Microsoft picked up were not going to make anything AAA. Right?
Yeah.
Why is Obsidian working on a AAA fucking RPG right now?
I'm all for it. You say RPG, I'm all for it. Concept? Do we got any concept?
That's the only That's the main thing that I'm generally.
Just give us some concept, bro.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with me, JayTech. Hold on. Here's the thing that I'm mainly excited about going into next generation when it comes to anything Xbox centric related. Is that I'm going to be getting fucking a lot of great RPGs fucking from Obsidian and fucking in Exile. So I'm beyond super happy like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Cyberpunk is whatever. I mean, not Cyberpunk. I mean, fucking CD Projekt Red, like, they're more, fucking multi-plat, whatever. That's awesome. But I like the fact now that I can at least going into next generation for Xbox, I know I'm going to be getting great RPGs from Obsidian, great RPGs from fucking In Exile. So that's a huge plus for me. Like as far as the other companies go, like Ninja Theory has a long way to go to prove to me. Like outside from Hellblade, because I thought Hellblade was fucking incredible. So I'm definitely looking forward to the sequel. And I know people are pissed about Bleeding Edge. Bleeding Edge is nothing new, but it's not a terrible game by any means. I've seen people in your chat just now saying how shitty that game is, but they probably never even fucking looked at it or even played it.
Bro,
you know what I mean? So how the fuck can a game be shit if you don't play it?
Look, let me put it this way. I don't think the game is shit as far as like design or anything. If I've ever called it shit, I am talking about. I know that game won't do good for Xbox fans because I don't believe that they will support it. If you didn't support,
oh no, don't play it. Don't play it.
I know they're gonna play it, but the support that we know we need to get a sequel out of that game ain't getting that type of support. You know, like look, what Dreams has gotten, that's enough to make whatever else Media Molecule want to make. This game is fucking good. They gonna get a fucking grant or get the money to make whatever the fuck they want to make next. But when you got a game that's, again, very similar style, very different, very crazy, Sunset Overdrive. It was a good game. We know it was a good game. I can never, again, look at a game like Sunset Overdrive put exclusively on Xbox and say, oh yeah, that shit's good, and they go support? Nah, man. I mean, I like it. You know, I love the characters. They're all different. I know it's more of a combat type of game. Is it like a MOBA? What type of genre is it?
It's going to eventually become that.
Okay.
Like, that's one of the modes
but I
that
like
they're
it because
on
it's melee based, and I love melee in competitive games. Like, I would love to fucking hit you with the edge of a gun rather than shoot you. Like, that's just me. So I think it's good for a game like this to exist.
Hey, you know what? I think it was a waste of that studio's time to make that fucking game.
They claimed that they was working on it before they got acquired. I don't know how true that is.
They were working on it before, She started making it. She came up with the idea and the concept for it, the one that's developing. You see it in like interviews, one that was on stage at E3 with the guy, whatever the case may be. She said numerous times, even in fact, actually on the Inside Xbox that happened the day after E3 last year in 2019, she came out and she said, this is the project that she's been working on since she's the one that came up with the actual combat design. I forget what her name is. Bleeding Edge. And she's the one that created. She's the one that created the combat in the new DMC Devil May Cry, the new DMC one, right? That one that everybody fucking hated, right from Ninja Theory. She fucking created the combat. And ever since then, she's been working on concepts and fucking ideas for a game similar to like arena combat style kind of game. You know what I mean? Because because that combat in that game is actually pretty decent. I played the new DMC. I'm not a big fan of Devil May Cry, but I wanted to see why everybody fucking shitting on this game. I thought it was okay for a hack and slash game. I thought it was decent.
But you guys forget one thing. You forget one thing. You're talking about Bleeding Edge with Ninja Theory. Ninja Theory, before they got acquired by Microsoft, they were going under. So, and I read in the article in the interview where the main people of Ninja Theory each took a section of the team to create 3 different games to try to get something out there because they had already mortgaged their houses to keep themselves afloat. So they each group was taking a lead for a game and putting it out there, trying to get money up. Then Hellblade hit big, and Microsoft decided to buy Ninja Theory. The game was already in development.
That's what I was about to ask you. That's what I was about to ask you. Nobody was this before Hellblade?
Yeah, one group did Hellblade. While they were working on Hellblade, another group was doing Bleeding Edge. Then there was another group. I don't know what game they were working on. So when Hellblade came out and became a success, it got them back making money, and then Microsoft acquired them. Bleeding Edge was already being worked on.
I've seen people say.
You know what, bro? I'm gonna be a salty ass fanboy, bro.
And that success came off of the PS4.
Yeah. That's why I'm gonna be salty right now, bro. They could have went to Sony. But look, I know they have bad blood with PlayStation, but they could have went to PlayStation and they would have gladly acquired their
Man,
ass.
See, but no, there's the difference. There's the difference. Hold up. There's the difference. There's the difference. Ninja Theory didn't go to Microsoft for Microsoft to acquire them. Microsoft went to them and was like, will you sell to us? There's the difference. If PlayStation thought they were such a great thing, PlayStation could have went with them and talked to them to negotiate. Ninja Theory never asked Microsoft to buy them. Microsoft made the offer for Ninja Theory to buy them, to buy Ninja Theory.
You know what? Hey, you know what, Snow Bunny? And I think if Sony, that's what I've been saying this for the last couple of years, man. I would have rather Sony, and I know this might sound crazy, I'd rather Sony get Ninja Theory first than they got that other studio, because Ninja Theory, it just always seemed like a lot of studios always seem like they've been Sony studios, but I'm wondering what happened, because if they made a bid for Sony, if they went to Ninja Theory, if Microsoft went to Ninja Theory, Sony didn't do nothing. They didn't try to counteract the offer, or I'm wondering what the fuck was going on.
There's a lot of questions. This is a great topic that wasn't planned, but this is one question I got.
And
who else has Microsoft went to? Because if they went to them, and I don't know if they knew their financial situation, but they just randomly, you mean to tell me they just randomly went to them and said, hey, sell to us?
Because, there's a couple different leaders that was in Ninja Theory, like a couple different co-owners.
Okay.
One of the owners, I was reading an article with the guy who did Hellblade. He was saying that one of the owners called him and said, hey, the head of Microsoft wants to have a meeting about acquiring us. And they were like, are you willing to sell? And he was like, well, no, not really. But then he was like, well, maybe it all depends on how much money. This guy talks about how he was at a rave in France, ended up catching a late night flight, never even got to change clothes and shit, and was in a dinner with the heads of Microsoft talking about buying Ninja Theory. So it wasn't like they were shopping around for somebody to buy them. He wasn't even really, he said, I guess there's enough money in the world that'll make me sell, but he really wasn't going in there thinking he was going to sell.
Here's another question. This is a really important one because we got this information from recently about Insomniac. Do we know how much they acquired them for? Or are they not going to disclose that information? Because it came out for Sony, so it's supposed to come out for Microsoft also. I don't think we have any numbers.
We have no information.
They don't have to. These companies don't have to tell you how much.
Yeah, but Sony, hold on. That came up in the financials, but Sony didn't publicly give the information out to us. That's what I'm saying. Microsoft's been hiding their financials for years for Xbox, so it makes sense. I'm not mad.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying. That I don't think these companies they have to tell us how much they bought a studio for. I don't think they have to. I'm not saying they wouldn't. I'm just saying I don't think it's a law where they have to tell us how much they bought him for. What you say, man?
Now I'm going to say the big money to counter what you said. You were saying earlier that Sony should have bought Ninja Theory, but not over Insomniac. Not over what else studio you said they should have bought over.
That's my humble opinion, man. I'm not saying they shouldn't. I'm glad that they Insomniac, but if I was the head of Sony and you had Ninja Theory and Insomniac, I had one of the two to get, I would get Ninja Theory first before I get something. That's just me. That's just me. I'm not saying I wouldn't pick. I'm not saying I wouldn't pick them up later, but if I had the two, if I had to pick them two, and I only can get them two this year, I would have gotten Ninja Theory.
Hey, Yellow, you still here?
It's just something about Ninja Theory I just love the way they design games. I love Ninja Theory.
Well, Ninja Theory's success came off for the PlayStation anyway. So
yeah, I mean, but like somebody was saying, Social Joins is saying, and it's very true. I knew this for many years. They haven't had a good relationship with Sony. Like, they were really pissed off at Sony how
Ninja Theory?
Yes. They didn't know, bro. Look, I know. You know I know. I ain't gonna leave you wrong. They were mad at Sony because of how bad Heavenly Sword sold. They don't think that it did good. And then they kept bringing out games, but they weren't like the best. I don't think they were ever as good as Heavenly Sword, not in the sales department, but the quality department. Until we got to, what was
Heavenly Sword is underrated.
Huh?
Heavenly Sword is pretty underrated.
It is underrated, but it was a really good game.
Hell of a game, bro.
It was a really good
one hell of a game.
That was ahead of its time.
Yeah, so and then they struck gold again, obviously with Hellblade. I think that was the it took a long time for them to strike gold again, and they were on their own. Like it wasn't a game that was exclusive. But I mean,
you guys have to remember though too, Microsoft has a relationship fucking way before Sony fucking ever came to the picture to save fucking with Ninja Theory back when they were known as just Add Monsters before they got rebranded.
Man, get your ass out of here.
No, I'm just saying. No, because they actually no for Kung Fu Chaos. That was the very first game that just Add Monsters, aka fucking Ninja Theory as we know them today, made. And Microsoft fucking went over to them and actually fucking got the rights to it and actually helped finish making the fucking game. So there is a relationship there.
Yeah, but that relationship
they got rebranded when.
Hey Sam, I seen that shit you said in the thing. You crazy?
Yeah, me dying. Oh my lord, that's how that come back. This was funny.
But I do,
coming from Big Money.
But you know what? You know what? Everybody, that's just my preference. I'm not saying that I don't like it. I love Insomniac, but if I had two to choose. Man, I'm going with Ninja Theory. I'm grabbing
I can easily go without Insomniac, to be honest, dude.
Come on.
What do you say, Fatal? What'd you say?
I said I can easily go without Insomniac, to be honest.
Hey, guys, we got some news. Hey, we got
I thought I heard it all, but this shit is crazy now, yo. Niggas is going crazy on this panel, man. Fuck it, I'm about to
outside of Ratchet & Clank.
Bro, have you played Ninjas? Have you played Heavenly Sword? J Love, did you play that game?
Yeah, I beat that shit. Hold on. I told Jay, I said they got the character from Heavenly Sword to Hellblade. That's where the character came from. That's what I came from.
Okay. I know about the combat, but hey man, I'm just saying, listen, if you know what? If you took those two, I'm pretty sure if you took 50 people and you said the same question it'd be split down the middle. Both of those are great studios. But just me personally, Ninja Theory, man, I think that it's just something special about Ninja Theory to me, man. It's just something special.
Insomniac made 3 times the amount of money for Sony did Ninja Theory did. Ninja Theory, Insomniac is more creative to me. They look more creative to me than Ninja Theory. Ninja Theory really, okay, they had...
Hey, Jay, check this shit out. Hey, Jay, you gonna go crazy on this. Just check this out. Everybody gonna go crazy on this. If Ninja Theory had the chance to make Spider-Man, I think they would have kicked Spider-Man's ass from Insomniac. I think they would have beat them.
We want to kick Big Money out now.
We gonna have to kick that nigga out, yo.
We gotta kick him out. Cause that's crazy right there.
That's 2018 Spider-Man is dog shit.
Okay, we got a super chat from Frostbite Slash. Fatal, how do you pick Ninja Theory for Hellblade and Bleeding Edge over Insomniac for Spider-Man Resistance, Ratchet and Clank, and Sunset Overdrive?
There you go.
I'll keep Sunset Overdrive. Fucking Resistance the first game was good. The rest of the series fucking sucked dick. Ratchet and Clank, yes.
I mean, fucked up. Resistance.
Spider-Man? If I actually gave a shit about Spider-Man, but I don't, so I can fucking...
You play Spider-Man? You played it, Fatal?
No, I'm not going to. Why would I play something I don't like?
Okay. Alright, that's fine.
However, though, I will say this for the record. If it was X-Men, then that was a game that Insomniac would have made. Oh, yeah, I would have been all over that shit, man. Because Spider-Man, I don't give a fuck about that.
Did you see gameplay? Did you see the gameplay or quality?
Yes, I've seen the gameplay, and I'm not impressed by it whatsoever. I still think that that Sunset Overdrive not Sunset Overdrive,
what?
Infamous Second Slut looks better.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, Ratchet and Clank, all those Resistance.
Ratchet and Clank is awesome. Ratchet and Clank is the shit. Not going to say anything about that. Resistance to me was slightly overrated. I only played the first one. I didn't care for the last two. Sorry, I didn't play the one on the fucking Peter PSP.
Resistance 3 was that shit, man. You need to play it. Did you play Resistance 3?
I played a little bit of it, dude. I literally wanted to put myself in a coma. It's the same with Killzone.
God damn it.
I'm not a fan of Killzone. It's too slow for me. I look at Killzone as being like the shooter game for seniors. That's how I look at Killzone.
Oh, fuck you, Phil.
What games did you play as a
Hold on. Hey, y'all, hold on for a minute. Social J. Hold on. Let me make a correction on you, bruh. They asked them which game did they want to make, and they picked Spider-Man. They didn't come to them just with Spider-Man. Marvel came to them and asked them which game did they had a choice, and they picked Spider-Man.
No, which made sense because Spider-Man was definitely going to be a humongous seller. I'm glad to see the game sold well.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm talking about Social J. Social J is saying that Insomniac, that was like their only choice. They had a choice out of Marvel, told them they can pick, and they picked Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to know though, JayTech. I want to know how many people actually played Insomniac's game, that Song of the Deep. I'm curious to know how many people played that.
I wanted to play it because it was based off of water, but I never got
Song of the Deep.
Yeah, I didn't play
It was a VR game, right?
No.
It was
It's
no,
not a
it was
VR
a
game.
little indie game. Yeah, I didn't get to play it. I mean, I got a lot of games on my backlog that I didn't buy yet either. But I heard it was good though.
If Insomniac does another Marvel game, you know what game they need to do, ladies and gentlemen?
X-Men.
Yep, they need to
Yes.
With Gambit.
If Insomniac can give me a Marvel X-Men game, dude, man, then
Yeah.
Do you
We'll
guys,
be in my
did
good graces.
anybody in here play Activision's, what was it, Wolverine Uncaged?
Yes.
that game was
I played all the
garbage.
Wolverine games.
You are fucking on crack, sir. Hold on.
It was graphic as fuck, yeah,
Hold on.
dude, but it was
Let me
so
rephrase this.
mindless, dude. Come on,
Let me
man.
rephrase this. Upon that type of genre, when it comes to games, that is the best we had other than Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Other than Batman, okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
So that's why I said, let me reword
Did
that.
y'all play Captain America? Did y'all play a Captain America game?
Come on.
No, for real.
Yo, Big Money, read my lips, man. Read my lips. Trash.
No, get the fuck out of here. That game wasn't trash. That game wasn't trash. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, I'm telling y'all, if y'all haven't played that last Captain America game, man, I'm telling you. I'm not saying that it's super, super good, but on a scale of 1 to 10, it's about a 6 or a 7, man.
Well,
that game is okay.
The sales report that said that Superman 64 sold more copies than that game did.
Oh, that's fucking crazy right there.
Damn.
That don't mean nothing, Yellow. That don't mean nothing. That game still was okay, man. I'm telling you, that game was okay, bro.
No doubt.
Eat a Snickers, Big Money. You sound crazy.
That's crazy.
Let's see if we can get to the rest of this. Obviously, we already know what the topics are. We see them down there.
Hey, quick question, Jay.
The virus is scary. It's turning people into zombies or coming back to life. And the only way you can kill them is if you shoot them in the head or if you shoot them in the heart. Something like that. I don't know. No, that's Resident Evil. Resident Evil 3.
What the hell are you talking about?
Resident Evil 3 got remade. The remake got leaked. And there's like tons of pictures on the internet. And that shit is fucking crazy. It looks amazing.
Talk to me, Jack.
Dude, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. At least with Resident Evil 3, at least that game is
sewer
fucking,
monster
they're not going to fuck it up.
Jill was going against. You know anything
yes,
about?
Actually, yes. It's kind of like a hunter, but it's like a poisonous frog.
Well, it looks like a big ass fucking worm. You know about that one, or is that? They said there's some new enemies in this leak, so that might be one of them.
Let me ask everybody on this panel something, why, especially Jay. Why did he come up with a Resident Evil 1, the remake? Why they got that shit?
Because Resident Evil 1 has already been remade.
Yeah, they remade that shit about 2 times, didn't they?
Not on this level, though. Not on this level.
Yeah, not on this level.
No, just listen.
Not on this level.
Listen, bro. I'm gonna explain why. Because when they released the HD ports that was released on GameCube, when they released that to the digital store on PlayStation, Capcom saw a major spike in numbers. Okay? Upon the history of Resident Evil 2 has always been, quote unquote, to the level of the people knowing what Resident Evil is.
Oh, it is wrong.
Two has always been the holy grail. Okay.
Yeah.
They've redid it.
Yeah, because people like
engine.
people like Leon S. Kennedy more than they did Chris.
Okay. So
they like those two characters better.
With that being understood, okay. So like I think Fatal just said, bro, they were Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil have already been remade flawlessly to its own identity of tank controls and fixed cameras. You feel what I'm saying? That is nostalgia. That is classic. Don't touch it. If you choose to touch anything upon the Resident Evil series moving forward, what is due is obviously Resident Evil 3. We're getting that. Okay? Don't touch 4. Don't touch 4.
Yeah, I understand.
Give us Code Veronica.
Yeah, that should be the next remake.
No, but see, Resident Evil 1 set the tone, the way how that shit jump scared the shit out of niggas.
Because it was survival horror, G.
Yeah, that shit was like, I don't know. I understand though, but
yeah, and that's why
you know what scares me about that, man? I got a very bad feeling that they are going to touch Resident Evil 4. I got a very bad feeling in the future we're going to see a remake of Resident Evil 4.
I wouldn't say it's necessary to be scared, bro.
Not this generation.
If they do, hypothetically
not this generation. Come on, man.
I'm just saying, even if they do, hypothetically speaking, it'll still get supported, bro. Because again, if they take that same vision, same passion, same energy, same time that they put into the Resident Evil 2 remake and the Devil May Cry 5, that type of quality game, which I have high hopes and beliefs with Resident Evil 3 remake, I'm all for reboot the entire franchise with that basically survival horror instinct and feeling. I'm all for it.
I'm not.
Did you play Resident Evil 7? Did you play that?
Yeah. I'm a
Resident Evil. That game was fucking garbage.
I mean, that's personal preference.
You gonna make me do something to you, Fatal?
No. Because you don't understand my love for the franchise. That's the thing. Like, okay, my love for that franchise, dude, is everything lore related, character related. I want to fucking feel some of the characters. I want like the lore is what I eat up in those games. Even the spin-off ones, even the shitty ones like Umbrella Corps, and that game is canon too as well. On top of that,
the only thing I say about 7 is one of the few Resident Evils I can't even play because they made it first person.
Yeah. But it's not in the first person aspect though. That didn't bother me because Gun Survivor already did it, so that's nothing new. What pissed me off with 7 though is that it was a game that was never meant to be Resident Evil. It was a game that was struck to be a fucking whatever the fuck Capcom was working on for a VR title. They slapped Resident Evil with a 7 on there to make it fucking sell, and it did. What did that game do? It's Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets fucking Saw. That's not Resident Evil.
And it's
fucking garbaggio.
I love it. Hey, but you know what, man? They took the story as far as they can go with those characters, man. What else do you
know? They can't. Dude, they could have came out with an opportunity to fucking tell more of a story about Jake Mueller, man, Wesker's son. That would have been perfect to go on.
Oh yeah.
And since everybody fucking hated 6 so goddamn much, which I can understand as to why, and I agree with a lot of aspects about the gameplay being shit, but I liked it for the actual story and the actual lore behind it. It still kept it Resident Evil. This one, none of the main characters that you even give a fuck about. Not one of them. Freaking, you had the writer that made fucking Alma, right, from Fear? That's the guy that wrote the story to this one. Notice how that fucking little girl in the game is exactly like Alma. Identical to her. And you mean to fucking tell me that that's what people want from Resident Evil? Fine, if that's what you want, I'm out. I'm not dealing with that shit.
I think the
reboot Resident Evil Outbreak. It is time. We have the
yes. No, bring that back. Bring that back. Or if you want to do it right, reboot the entire franchise, which is what 7 should have been. If 7 was a complete reboot, I would have been maybe okay with that. You know, I probably would have been less harsh.
I don't think they're gonna reboot Resident Evil for a while. When it comes to rebooting, I don't think they're gonna reboot it for a while.
I think they already did, bro. With the formula that they created too with, bro. You might as well say that's the reboot, because that game was, in my personal opinion, over Sekiro, that was my game of the year. That was my game.
But I said, like if I wasn't looking at it from a lore standpoint, right, and I was looking at it just from the gameplay standpoint, the gameplay's all right. Just to me, that game was not Resident Evil. It felt like I was playing a shitty version of like.
Okay, now I see what you mean now. You're talking about just from a strictly lore point. I understand.
Lore is the number one thing that I fucking worship with Resident Evil. Even the shitty fucking movies everybody hates. I like those films because of the fucking lore. Because everything is relatable to the games, right?
See, that's what I'm saying.
Balls, but still.
They were horrible.
You know what? I think. Go ahead, Yellow. I'm sorry.
No, he just referenced to the movies. The first one was the best. Second one was decent. The rest of them, they went to shit.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
I still watch more along the lines of like just popcorn flicking to see what lore they fucking
you
stuck
already
behind
know
there.
I'm pissed off about the Monster Hunter movie because they got the same actress in there. And I know that movie.
Yeah, Mila Jovovich, who I would love to fucking bang so hard right now. Just throwing that out there.
Wait a minute. Let me ask Fatal. I'm sorry. So, but let me ask Fatal something. So, the part that they did with the DLC, with the character that you do know, when he came in, you didn't even like that part either?
Dude, that whole entire scenario when you're playing as fucking, what's his name? Chris Redfield? And it's all done in the Call of Duty style. Oh no, let's not hate on that going fucking full on Call of Duty, but let's bitch about 6 having Call of Duty as fucking moments there, right? Fuck out of here. You had the old man who fucking helps. What's your name there? Zoe, I think your name is, some shit like that. Using it going around and
I didn't like that. I didn't like that part.
A fucking power glove.
Yeah, I
was
didn't like that
some
part.
serious crack when they made that fucking game, bro. But like I said, if people want that, hey, more power to you. But this is the main reason why.
You know what? The thing about the part you're talking about, I think they just ran out of ideas with those characters, man. That's why they switched it up to that formula, man.
Dude, they had a perfect opportunity to set it up and take the route with Chris's or with Wesley's fucking son.
I can say this,
but
man.
They fucked that up.
Experience. That game definitely had pop scares. And
yes, it does.
I would say, well, what's the chick? The elderly lady, the mom, bro. When you have
I forget what her name is, man. Well, that's technically what's her name, just as an older form of it. That's all.
Yeah, but nonetheless, do you guys remember fighting her in the green room? And she was basically.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into detail.
Yeah, that was a weird fight. That was a weird fight.
That was some
Like I said, the game has its moments. The game has its moments. Don't get me wrong, but like when it got to that Saw part, and I was like, wait, Capcom, are you fucking joking me right now? Really? I'm like, nah, okay, I'm good. So if 8 comes out, right, and they decide not to go back, not to like the roots per se, but like make it.
I don't think they're gonna go back to that same character. I don't think they're gonna go back to that same character though.
Well, I think they were planning on bringing back those characters and all that crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? So if they do that, then fine. You guys can have that, but I'm staying the fuck far away from it, dude.
I just have a question. Which actress were you talking about? The same actress?
Mila Jovovich.
Oh, that's if she's in it. The reason is because I don't know if you guys noticed this, but her husband directed all of the Resident Evil movies and a lot of movies and a lot of he did.
No, the second one, it wasn't directed by him. It was directed by somebody else. He produced it, and also Extinction was directed by the same dude that made Highlander.
Yeah, well, the thing is any movie that you see her in, 9 times out of 10, he's directed it.
Which is why Monster Hunter is gonna fucking suck ass.
I'm not. Look, bro. I was so excited when I heard, but when I saw that she was in there, I was like, this movie is going to be dog shit. Like, you should be following the story of a rookie hunter.
Hello, me gusta?
Oh God, it's the wall talker. Fuck.
Oh, thank fuck for that. It's working now. God damn it.
Yo, what's up, Adam? How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm just listening to you guys talk about the director of Resident Evil, like in the film.
Paul Anderson, yes.
Yeah, he likes it.
Man, you know what? Hey, Adam, before you say something.
You watch every single Resident Evil film, there's always a little clip of him focusing on her foot. I don't know what it is. He likes her feet.
Oh,
you know what? Since we talking about movies, man, it's one thing I wanted to point out about that Batman shit before we go into anything else.
Fuck.
When they just showed that bullshit, that man, I do not like that fucking Batman cowl he got. I don't like that Batman suit he got on. That shit.
Yeah, why the fuck are you hating, son?
Why you hate?
That shit need to go.
No, I will say the mask part looks like shit, but the body
mask look crazy as fuck, bruh. Oh my god!
What up? They said this is year 2. I look. The only thing I don't like.
Yeah, exactly, bro. It's beginning, bro.
Yeah,
it's at the beginning of the
year 2.
They need to get that out of there.
They said the same thing about Joker, bro. They said the same thing about Joker.
They said a lot of bad shit about
Joker. You know what? Fucking facts,
yeah,
absolute fucking facts. I remember when they did the screen test, everyone was like, "Oh, that ain't Joker. Look at his look. It looks trash. It looks shit. What happened?" All them motherfuckers started sucking the dick.
Started winning fucking Oscars and shit, yeah.
Somebody say, if you like the way that Batman looked, the way his face
I don't give a shit, big money. I know for a fact, like, that Batman could look hella crap. But I know that film's gonna smack, because you know why? Matt Reeves. That guy can direct.
I'll wait for it to come out, but still, if he got that the way he looks wrong, that's
right in there is Gordon. You've got Jason Momoa's like daughter, which plays Catwoman.
Oh,
you got
Adam, check this out. Though. Remember when the Dark Knight came out?
The new Riddler, one of the Riddler.
Yeah, that's another similar scenario with Heath Ledger. Yeah.
Okay, but check this out though. I've had discussions with people complaining, saying, "Oh, I didn't see enough of the bat suit." Okay, but at the end of the day, listen, hold on, Adam, listen, bro. At the end of the day, logically, who is Bruce Wayne? Bruce Wayne is Batman. Who is Batman? Fucking Bruce Wayne. So your logic is you're bitching and complaining because you didn't see enough of the suit.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's a screen test though, man.
Hey, you know what? I've seen enough of the suit, and I don't want to see that suit.
What I'm saying is never be too prejudgment like the brother.
Say that,
and Big Buddy, shush you.
Every part of that suit takes a little bit from an individual comic. Someone posted up on Twitter when they did the screen testing. Oh wait, no, sorry. The photos.
The logo on his chest is the gun that killed his parents.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's
that part right there is cool, Yellow. That part, but his cow. I'm looking at that. What the fuck?
Big money,
bro.
Big money. I learned enough to not judge a book by its cover with these type of movies because they can surprise.
Oh, Jay, shut your ass up.
No, I'm being honest, bro. Let's be honest. The cow could be as ugly as fuck, but we don't know if the movie gonna be shitty because the fucking helmet looks shitty.
I agree that the movie can be great, but I hate the way that fucking hood look on his fucking head.
Don't worry, bro.
What the fuck is that shit on his eyes, man? It looks like plastic
man.
on his eyes.
It's the fly. Money, man. That's screen testing.
Yeah, but what you say is the fly.
It's the fly.
It's the fly. Bro, it's like, when the film comes out, that's pre-edit, man. That's posted. That's before editing.
Hey,
when it gets edited, you'll be happy about it. Trust me. Don't worry.
Yeah, remember when the third fucking Christopher Nolan Batman film was being made with Bane and all that shit, and we saw that picture of Anne Hathaway as Catwoman. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like people were trying to figure out what makes her look like Catwoman.
Outfit, bro.
Then she fucking then her little biker fucking goggles thing flip up and look like cat ears, dude. That blew people's fucking minds, man. So we'll have to wait and see.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this Batman game. Like, when the fuck are they gonna talk about that, man? When the fuck are they gonna talk about this Batman game?
That game, you have no worries about that game as the rest of us.
It'll be at E3 because they've already been confirmed to be there.
Oh, Adam, you told me that it was gonna be a
Microsoft exclusive.
You told me not to worry. I ain't listening to you no more, Adam. You was like, Big Money, don't worry about it. It's gonna be here in a week. Don't worry. You told me that about a couple of months ago. I ain't listening to that shit no more.
Yeah, and I don't address it to you saying my bad.
Hell no, you can't say my bad now. God damn it. You sound like JayTech. JayTech just lied about some shit and shit, man. Don't lie like this, man.
Dude, man, there's a list for you of the people that are going to E3 this year. WB Montreal are going to be there at E3. The only games I can think of that everyone's waiting for them to talk about is Batman, and there's some others here and there, but that's the big one. So you can take my.
With you guys,
that's pretty concrete.
With all of these damn conventions coming up and with all these people dropping out because of the coronavirus, we still don't know how the containment's going to be by E3. I'm expecting
That's true. That's true.
I said that shit on my. I said that stuff on my Twitter. So, Bonnie, I said with what's happened with GDC and PAX, I'm like, I wonder if this stuff is like, if the coronavirus is still at some sort of strength of like in the news, like everyone's still talking about it. I'm like to myself, I wonder if Square Enix are not going to be at E3 because right now they're going to E3. I'm like, but what happens if it's still around? They can pull out. I mean,
they have any reports of the coronavirus outside of China? Do we have any?
It's a lot of them. It's actually exploding outside of China. South Korea had 70-some cases in a day. Italy had 70-some cases in one day. They went from that jump in a day. Right now, it looks like that the rest of the world is starting to catch up to where China is.
Do we have any bad reports in the United States?
Not yet, but they just brought back all them people from the cruise ships, which was like 40-some people that were infected, and then they allowed 14 infected people to fly back on a commercial airline of 300 people back to the States. So we don't know yet what's going to happen.
And see, look, this is why I was. Somebody said this. I told Sam about this. You can't be mad at Sony for not wanting to have these events because if Sony is there, aka PlayStation. If they're at an event and they're gonna show off PS5, they're gonna show off Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, or Final Fantasy VII Remake. Other people from other countries who gladly come to the United States for those events. They cover that content. That's an influx of traffic from so many different places. It only takes like one person to have that virus and be near other people for it to potentially spread. And then once they land and go into the event, or maybe they don't have screening yet for certain areas, they go to this fucking event. Maybe one or two people might be infected, and the event is over. It might be more than that. Like people gotta really think. Like I really kind of hate, and I'm putting it on the Xbox fans. I don't care what nobody says. I've only heard them try to downplay that it's not serious and that Sony is backing out because they're broke or they're afraid of Microsoft. And I just think it's the dumbest thing.
In the beginning, the first time I heard it, I was like, okay, something's weird because they were the only ones to back out of it. Now it's like a lot more people backing out of it. And it's like, okay, something's going on that we don't know about. Because like I said, when they first backed out, I was like, okay, this is weird. They're the only people backing out. And now it's like, okay, more people are backing out. Okay, something's going on. You know how usually it is, if it's only the first person, you always question the first person doing anything like that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I was skeptical too when it happened. I was like, oh damn, Sony, you by yourself, man? Like, you're the only person doing this. You gotta lead by example, obviously. So if you're the first person to fucking pulling out of E3 last year, then I was expecting more people to do it last year, but more people did it this year than last year.
Damn.
It's look, they're gonna be the first. There'll be others that follow their lead. I'm not calling for people to be panicky about going outside or going to schools or supermarkets or whatever, but these type of events draw different types of people. Let's just be honest. There will be people coming from all over the United States to go to Boston just to get their hands on the Last of Us demo or get some content up on their YouTube or Twitch channel. We know this is how this shit goes. So just imagine how E3 will be in the next 3 months when so many people are coming from all over the world just to go to E3, just to get some content, and we don't know who they're flying with. You see what I'm saying? That right there is the shit to be worried about. The people come.
Damn.
The people.
Dreams, man. Jesus Christ.
What happened?
Like it sold slightly less than 1,000 units in Japan and only 3K in the UK, man.
That's
pretty bad.
No advertisement at all. Look.
But see, that's what I was stranded. I've been talking about that for the longest, man. I think that's the UK. Like I've joked about that game a lot, but I was always scared that PlayStation fans are not going to support that game. It's not going to support it, man. And it's
But I
sad.
think the reason I think they're not supporting it is because Sony didn't advertise it, so the Sony fans are sitting here like, oh, that's a bullshit game. If Sony ain't even advertising and telling us about it, why should we waste our money on it?
Therein lies the biggest problem that I can't stand with the PlayStation community.
What happened?
Not like people like you, JT. I'm talking about other people that I've seen in this godforsaken, disgusting community, bro. It's like if things are not spoon-fed to them through advertisements, through journalism, or through fucking commercials or whatever, fucking automatically makes it a shit game. Nobody wants it.
Yeah, I kind of.
And that to me is a fucked up way of looking at it, man. Because so many amazing titles go effectively ignored every generation because of that.
Yeah, and you're right.
But you know that I haven't heard anybody mention not a lot. I heard people joking about it, but I haven't heard that many people saying that it was a shit game. It's just that people ain't supporting it. That's the only thing. I haven't heard a lot of people out there.
I'm not saying that they're saying it's a shit game, but if you have a company that you believe in and you have faith in and you follow to the ends of the world, but they're not even talking about a game that's only on their platform, what would you think?
I wouldn't think it's a shit game. I wouldn't think it's a shit game. Like Snow Money, like I said, me and Jay been talking about this for a very long time. I was so scared. It was just that this game is so unusual that I really think it didn't have anything to do with the quality of the game. It just had to do. It didn't even have to do with people. I think it was enough advertisement out there to sell more than that, though. Did you hear those numbers he just said? That's insanely low.
How much was that? That was
what were the numbers?
Was that in Japan?
3K in the UK and like fucking like 999.
Yeah, that's just insane. 3,000?
What are you seeing out there?
I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. Those numbers are horrible, but I've done my part. I've done my part. I can't be mad at what I've done. It's all on Sony right now. And they purposely.
I agree with JayTech on that.
I don't know why they fucking did it, but it seemed like they purposely did this, bro. Or either that, or they really believe in this grassroots. Gamers are gonna promote this game and make this game better than what we can promote it. And look, I'm not gonna sit up in line and say that I don't see Dreams Creations trending every fucking hour on Twitter of the shit that you can do, but sometimes. I hope Sony understands that trending is not enough for people to spend $40. And yes, that's low for a game of its type. And yes, it's worth every fucking penny of the $40 because you get so much replay value. But you, the company, should be pushing this. Look, let's say you don't want to spend no money in it. Retweet everybody else's creations, but I don't see you doing it. You know? Like, so it's crazy, man. I just saw somebody make like a Forza Drive Club type of game. Great camera angles, great vehicle. I'm about to put up a new creation right now. Somebody made like a whole village, army, the hay, the fucking horses, everything. It's just, it's just such a tight. It's a tight creation. It's not loose. It's very tight, very graphically and advanced. And
hey, Jay, you know what you should do?
Well,
you should put up a poll later if you feel like it and asking people, why do you think PlayStation fans are not buying Dreams? You should put up a poll about that.
It's not Last of Us and it's not Ghost. That's why.
Casuals.
And look, I'm going to be honest. There are people with more subscribers and followers than this channel, more viewers on live streams than this channel. And they have already labeled Dreams trash before this year. And that hurts shit.
Yep.
You can't say that don't hurt. You can't say
no, it does.
It hurts a lot.
Does. Yep.
When you got people like BG and everybody associated with fucking Weapon Wheel and some of the other people, Iron Wheel and all these other podcasts have been shit on Dreams for over. Iron Wheel? Iron Wheel. There's so many fucking podcasts, you know what I'm talking about. But look, it's a lot of people been just throwing dirt on Dreams. And look, I did my part. I supported the game since the alpha, the beta, the early access, the full game. I platinum the fucking game. It's at a 0.1 platinum percentage. I did my part. I've been
Okay, you
doing
ain't
live
did enough.
streams.
Do
I
promote,
put
goddammit.
screenshots up every fucking day. I put video clips up. Bro, I've done my part. Sony fucked up. I'm saying this. I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. Sony.
What makes you think it's Sony?
Why didn't they
Yeah,
advertise
what
the
make you think
game?
it was Sony?
But guess what? But guess what?
PlayStation Division. Sorry for not being
But guess what?
specific. Why didn't
You went
PlayStation's
against Jay.
advertisement division advertise this game better in countries that needed it?
Yeah, but this game may have long legs though. It may have long legs for the life of the
Definitely
period.
gotta have long legs, but
what happens is that it's gonna sell over time, and it may be just a game that comes up like a phoenix.
Why they didn't
It's probably gonna have long legs. As long as they keep updating it, and as long as people catch on to it, it may just blow up. The niggas may.
Yeah, no, I think, he's right about that. I agree with that. I think that game's gonna have a long leg, fucking like to grow for a while. Like those beginning sales, they're gonna look spooky at first, but everybody, I think more people will gradually, eventually get around. Because as soon as that game goes on sale for like $35,
I can tell you this: if that game continues to sell like this, man, I think it's going to be on PlayStation now within 6 months.
Yeah, but what if the game has a VR? What if they have a VR addition to it? What if they added something like
they already have that coming.
I think they are coming out with a VR aspect to it already.
Yeah, it's almost complete.
That's coming there eventually down the road. Like I'm sure they got a roadmap too as well, of like things they want to incorporate into the game.
It'll be coming out within either be end of March or beginning of April.
Yep. Hey, but like I said, I did my job at that game when I bought it early access. I promoted the fuck out of it on my channel. I streamed it.
Oh, Tato, you played that game 2 times and you cut that shit off. Get out of here.
Hey, that's all it needs. That's all it needs from me. I mean, to be fair, every game that I play on my channel, nobody fucking watches that shit anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I don't care. But I put gameplay on my channel anyways.
We watch each other's channels because we play shit nobody else plays, and we might have 2
nobody
people
comes watching. Yeah, like 2 people watching. That's it. But now, if it was a game like say Fortnite or a game that everybody watches, then I could fucking make a living off of that. But that's not fun. I want to show people what other games are out there, man. That's the beauty of it. Show people what's really out there because journalists are not doing their fucking job.
Nope.
Gamers don't even know half the shit that goes on the store weekly. You know what I mean? I look every Tuesday on PSN, and I look every Friday fucking for Xbox. I think it's Thursday or Friday for Xbox.
I will say one thing, Big Money, and a good light for Dreams. Dreams did pass 50 reviews, so that's good. It's at 52 reviews. It will obviously
That's awesome. That's excellent.
Yeah,
that's fucking excellent.
Look, it's gonna have long legs. It's not selling right now. It's bad though because it's a $40 game with unlimited content. And not only that, replayable content. Like you can play Dreams.
If you want to count the early access, it's at least over 100-something thousand.
Yeah, and that's they're not counting the early access users. They're only counting like who got it from the Tuesday before last. So look, I understand it's not good right now. Look, I'm not gonna stop playing Dreams just because I got the platinum or whatever. Like I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm gonna keep showing off amazing levels.
You know you should do though, JayTech, man.
What?
Just a little bit of advice, man. You should do like a weekly fucking series on that game.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it the Power of Dreams. I was thinking about this for a long time.
The Power of Dreams. Yeah, do like an episode like maybe like on Sunday or something like that. Right?
It's gonna feature Big Money. Yeah. It's gonna feature Big Money. It's gonna be the Power of Dreams.
Big Money talking shit. Yep. There you go.
Yeah, no, I've thought about that for a long time. I'm gonna go make a logo. You know, I'm gonna go make a logo. Probably later on today. Have an intro and everything ready. But yeah, I'm gonna have it's gonna be a weekly update series. It's gonna show people what new is in my playlist or what I saw amazing on there. It's gonna be called the Power of Dreams. But I think I did the best job I could do for this section of the gaming community. Again, there's a lot of people bigger than me that have been showing off Dreams and they get more views and shit. And I think these guys, they did great. All the creators inside of Dreams, they continue to create. Nobody gives a fuck that game's selling bad. Nobody cares what the reviews looking like. They doing what they do. And I'm telling you, in the next couple weeks, you're going to see some amazing shit. I'm already seeing people that just got their hands on Dreams creating some amazing shit. They weren't even a part of the early access or the beta. and it's crazy, man. It's the game inspires other people to buy it, but you like that one story I told. I think I talked about yesterday where somebody went to a GameStop and wanted to get Dreams, and the GameStop attendant said they only ordered one copy for that whole store.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time. That's the reason I have to pre-order everything, because if I don't pre-order some games, they're so niche and small that my store won't even get a copy of it.
Yeah, and it's so fucked up because that hurts the game too. It really does. You know, it hurts the fucking game.
The things that all the points that we're discussing is kind of funny to me because like it's nothing to do with Sony.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I misspoke.
No, it's just a sense of like the one time that you expect it to be Sony, it actually is nothing to do with Sony.
Okay.
As to why they're not advertising this game to what it should be, to why.
Who do we put the blame on, and why isn't it happening? Give us some info, Adam.
Well, I told you last week. Comparing it to how, again, like, this game didn't take millions to make. It just didn't. It took, like, hundreds of thousands, right, to make.
Well, a lot of people on this panel will fucking say that's not true, but continue to talk.
Yeah, I don't,
You can either believe me or not, but from what I can tell you, Media Molecule, of all the studios that they own, are the ones that do not pick their pockets the most. They just don't. And their work, like the things that they put in their games, shows that, right? When it comes to Little Big Planet, right? That was an advertise. Again, you can advertise that character Sackboy easily, right? But funny enough, they did not have they did not put nearly as much advertisement on that game, like money aspects. They just let's advertise it. Right, because it's a company.
They make plushie toys based off that character.
They did. But you know what I'm gonna do, Adam? I don't know if they're gonna respond to me or not, but I'm gonna ask them, like, can they give us some type of something? How much was the budget for Wasteland? Because I can't see them. They've been working on that game for 7 years and they haven't spent $1 million on that game. It's just hard to believe. It's just hard to believe.
The thing, right? And I oblige anybody to go ahead, right? Little Big Planet 1, 2, and 3. Again, Little Big Planet 1, from last time I checked, was like 1.3 million. 1.3 million, and that was when it came out, right? Or like, I think it was in 2008. Right? That did not, again, you look at the numbers compared to what they're doing right now with the games, don't mean shit. But in the open eyes of it all, because they don't spend a lot of money to make those games, they've made their money back, right? And when it comes to Dreams, it is exactly on that narrative, right? Everyone's asking, like, why they're not advertising it? Why are they not doing the traditional aspects of here's an advert, here's billboards, so on and so forth, right? In London, they're doing it. They're doing it in England. I've seen adverts of Dreams on TV. I've seen, like, people that I have back in London, friends that are like, hey, is that game Dreams? Like, yeah, it is. And when it comes down to Dreams, right, first of all, it didn't cost as much, right, like I said, right? And also said that they didn't put any money into advertising. That's another reason for it, right? They've given them here, things here and there, right? That's one thing. Secondly, it's a 10-year plan game, right? They are, even though, right, that's the case, we spoke about this before, they've already started working on their new game, Media Molecule. They've got a small team working on another game. Whilst this game is being, they are doing the roadmap for it, which is VR. Also some other things, like online aspects, as well as maybe other support aspects. I'm not saying PC, but like something like device-wise. Apart from that, right, that's all they need to do. There is not much they have to do on the aspects of updating that game. Like little things here and there, maybe, yeah, but like theoretically, they can move on from to the next game. That's the whole gist of it. Right, and again, Dreams. This is the bottom line of this whole thing, right? Throughout this whole generation of PS4, the one thing that I have not seen Sony do nearly as much is go with those wacky, crazy, weird ideas for games. Unlike PS3 did. If you go to the PS3 library, there were so many games that were made on PS3 that were like you wouldn't expect them to be even like brought out. But the thing is, they did those wacky ideas.
What about
they gave them chances, and look what happened.
What about Knack, Adam? That was made by a major weirdo.
Hey, cut that out. That dude's a legend.
Well,
Yeah, he's designed the PS5.
Don't talk shit about fucking Dream talking fucking.
Knack is the best game out of Galaxy.
Here's the thing, right? With Media Molecule, I've actually met all the people.
His hair in Dreams.
I've met Alex. I've met Catherine, I think her name is. I've met these people at Media Molecule. They're really cool people. They're really friendly. They don't give a shit about like what people think of them. And
because they're always high.
Dude, no, but here's the thing, right? They are not like your like.
The fuck are you laughing at, Big Money?
You can go on Twitter and talk shit.
Sam, come on, he gonna make Wesley Snipes in Dreams.
But look, Adam, I asked you last week, bro. We really should get one of these guys. Look,
well, that's the thing, man. I feel like I said this right. If I was able, because again, I remember I've met a few of them. So like, if I can try to, I would like to get them into a podcast, talk to them about the future of dreams, stuff like that. And also, I don't know if they will talk about their new game. Obviously not, but theoretically, it is that sense, right? I mean, like, I understand the aspects that this game doesn't sell well, but the reason why is because, again, like, this isn't a game that they want to push out, like, and get, 3 million units within the weekend. They are theoretically playing the long game. This is like Little Big Planet. It's a long duration plan. And again, the guys at Media Molecule, if they can get at least like 1 million people to get this game, they're over the fucking moon. They don't give a shit about reaching 10 million. If they had 10 million, I'm pretty sure they'll bust their fucking nut if they got that much. But the thing is, they like what they get because, again, they don't spend a lot of money from Sony. And that's why Sony like them so much. Because they are not like like a lot of the games and genres that we've got this generation have been very similar to one another. Third person, action adventure, open world. And then you've got Media Molecule in the background like, hey guys, we're doing weird shit. And it's like, awesome. I like that. And then with, like I said, with the PS3, you got loads of that, man. You had like Journey, which was a weird game, a one game of the year. You had Loco Roco. You had Flower. You had you had loads of them. Loads of like
don't get a lot of weird indie games
like idea of games. But you don't get it this generation because PlayStation, they started out sort of like that way, like they were doing indie stuff here and there, but they literally homed in on their first party games to overly sell their console, and they fucking did a great job in that. But I'm one of the people that I hope with the PS5, they go into it and they do exactly the same thing on the PS4. They go for the indie aspects. They go for the first party aspects because they need to. They honestly do, man.
Yeah. See, I'm kind of that with just VR, man. VR has plenty of weird titles. If you ever wanted to try it.
From what I've been hearing, it's funny to hear that it's not Sony's fault that this game has not gotten like a limelight. Like, it's nothing to do with them. Which I'm like, why? So who is it? And Media Molecule were just like, we want to do our own sort of way with it.
Okay, and, so they decided to do this without advertisement in major countries.
Yeah, because again, Jay, I brought this up before, right? In 2008, Barack Obama had that thing. What was it called? STEM, right? That STEM program for kids, where it was like something to do with science, maths, English, so on and so forth, right? And they used Little Big Planet as a gateway for that to teach kids about basic math, science, stuff like that, right? And the same thing's going on with Dreams. Media Molecule are set to go to universities within England, right? Do live shows around England to promote this game, but also get people, young people that are not in university yet, to consider going to game design or just basically buy this game, make stuff. And that's awesome, right? Obviously, yes, it doesn't stretch to America or fucking, like Europe and stuff like that. But like theoretically, again, it's a 10-year game. It's not wanting to push out these sort of numbers, man. It's doing its own little thing, The bottom line of it is that they aren't spending a shit ton of money. That's the main thing. Because God of War was like 250 million to make.
Okay, so
This
look,
game was
I'm about to go
100,000.
post a video. I'm very slow with certain things. The video editor that I've used for many years, 2 generations now, I have that video editor on my phone, so I'll be producing videos more often. Like if I feel that I need to make a video, I'm just gonna start making videos, including commentaries. And I'll just be doing that shit on the go whenever I feel that I got free time. But I just made a video. I had to enhance it. Let me just tell you guys a little story about Dreams. The best shit is not even published yet. There is a secret Facebook community that I've been a part of, 2 of them. One is better than the other, and they've been showing some amazing shit. And I'm gonna give you guys looks at some of their shit that's about to come out on Dreams. Dreams is gonna have the longest of legs. Like there's never probably been a game besides Little Big Planet that had so long of legs. Like people are making engines inside of Dreams. You know, like it is crazy, bro. I don't know what Media Molecule was working on next, but it's obviously a day one. I don't give a fuck what it is. It
won't be like Dreams. It will not be like Dreams or Little Big Planet. It's going to be like an actual sort of game.
I don't
like
care. I don't care. I'm buying it. Goobity goop.
Yeah, of course.
But look, we gotta talk about. We gotta talk about.
We got to talk about what you were talking about earlier on. I heard your little comment about me on my PS5 May date, you little bitch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh god, fucking
I hate you motherfuckers be like,
so look, it's starting to look like Adam. It's starting to look like Adam might be true.
Shit, bro.
But look, okay, how do you do that? How do you do that when the Last
single
of Us
one
comes
of
out
you.
in May, bro? How do you do that?
I can destroy all your bullshit of they can't do it around Last of Us because in 2013, when did they fully reveal the price, the date of the PS4 on the same fucking week as Last of Us Part 1?
Did they?
Shut your fucking mouths. Yes, they did.
Oh shit!
Do you not remember that? Like you guys were like,
when did they? I thought they did that at E3.
Yes,
the
they
price.
fucking can, bruh. I don't get this mentality of they can't reveal the console next to Last of Us, and they will demean one or the other.
Yeah, I don't believe in that shit either. I don't. A lot of people, you know, I don't know why people think that way. They keep saying that it's gonna mess up the sales. Like, I don't know why people think that. That's not them announcing the PS5 is not going to mess up any sales for exclusive games they got coming out. I don't know why people think like that.
Oh, okay. We got a lot of
I told
stuff
you
to
this
talk
shit, dude.
about. Adam, I want to
reason-
come at you for real quick, bro. You did something good, but you know they're going to carry this away. So somebody made a mod for Doom, and it made it look like Master Chief. And people are flipping off because they think that that's actually a teaser.
No, it's not, bro. They copied Doom, bro. They copied.
I swear to God, Xbox fans are gullible, bro.
Show that shit, bro. Show that shit on our stream.
Okay, hold on. Let me go to share.
They copied. It's a mod of Doom. They literally copied the animation from head to toe, and everyone lost their shit. Like, if that is real, and I replied to them saying, obviously it's a mod, but seriously, Halo should take major points from Doom. Major, because that is one of the godfathers of fucking FPSs.
Okay, we about to go share real quick. Hey, Big Money, I want you to look at the screen, bro. This is for you. This is for you. So look, we're gonna look at the Halo thing, but we gotta look at this project from the Facebook Dreams community.
All fairness,
that's obviously Doom, bro. I knew it was Doom as soon as I saw it.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, but what's cool, man? About that PS5 shit, bro. Like, the reason why I'm saying it's May, bro. Was it 13th of May?
Look, Adam, you gotta look at this, bro. This is from the secret Facebook community.
I retweeted this shit.
No, this right here.
Okay.
That's in Dreams. That's from the secret Facebook community.
What the hell are these?
Look what they doing, bro. Look at the whole village. All of this is in Dreams.
Yeah.
They should have put Dreams on a Nintendo Switch.
Man, everybody give a fuck about this shit. Turn this shit off, Jay.
This is the power of fucking Dreams.
Man, don't nobody want to see that shit.
Damn.
Big Money really hates Dreams, and I understand. But
What's up?
you got.
Don't nobody want to see that shit.
Look at that. Look at the beauty of Dreams right there. Look at the beauty of Dreams.
I can't hear you, Eddie.
You hear about Animal Crossing only have 368 animals?
368 animals.
I'm pissed because I gotta finish my damn card collection.
Or because the cross save thing.
Huh?
Is that because of the save situation that they're going through?
Well, I understand why they do that because, okay, so some games that are not cloud save supported in the Nintendo Switch are games that people do something called time traveling in. So what they do is they will go into their internal clock inside their Switch and change the date so that they can get things in game for that date.
Mm-hmm.
So, like with Animal Crossing, you could log in on day one, but people will change the internal clock in their Switch and fast forward to Christmas so they can get all the events and yeah. Pokemon does it also.
Yeah.
So with Animal Crossing, we think they're getting ready to make it so that they have to do updates for this first year before they put like the seasonal events in, so nobody can spoil the events early.
Yeah.
But you gotta think about when you're changing the internal clock in your Switch, and then when it uploads to the cloud, you're gonna get corrupted data.
Yeah.
So basically, what people are mad about is Nintendo, and see, Nintendo's weird like this. Because I had a personal experience with you that I'll explain.
It's kind of like a fail-safe in a sense, the way it sounds.
Exactly. So they're saying with Animal Crossing, if your Switch breaks or if your Switch gets stolen, they'll allow you one restore to your new system. So people are losing their minds about that, but you got to think about it. They can keep calling and say, oh, my Switch got stolen, my Switch this, my Switch that, and keep getting shit changed over. That's the reason Nintendo's only allowing you that one time. Like, somebody broke into my house and stole my gamepad for my Wii U. And I called Nintendo to see if I could get just a Wii U pad, because I didn't need the console and stuff. I just needed the gamepad.
Yeah.
And the guy had to go to his manager, explain everything, because I had to give like the police report and everything to them before they would let me buy another thing. That's just how Nintendo is with shit.
Yeah, they're a bit.
And you know what? I never understood that about that gamepad for Wii U, man. Like, I've never understood that. That is some whack.
It's so hard to understand. Switch 2.0 now.
Theoretically, yeah.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Jay. Hey, JayTech.
Yeah.
When don't Grand Blue Fantasy really come out in Japan this week or something?
No, that's the Versus. That's the fighting game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It's still dope, though. It's a lot of hype around that because, you know, the fighting game.
Ain't nobody talking about that shit.
No, I'm talking in the fighting community, not the game community.
What's it called? But by the way, I forgot to mention, bro. Like, Jay, let me finish on that aspect, that PS5 thing, bro. The reason why I'm saying the 13th of May, right? Because I do my research on this shit, right? And the reason why I don't think it's going to be March either, right, is because of the whole GDC situation. If it was to be around March, right, then they would have done something over there, or they would have done something after it, or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And again, they backed out completely. And they're like, okay, do this, and it's like, alright, so it's clear that March might even be a fucking thing. I thought maybe it might be, because GDC, and obviously, you know, devs are going to be talking about next gen, in some way. Obviously, you might have to keep a tight lip, because they can't say anything about spec-wise, which I think some shit will slip, don't get me wrong. But I don't think it's gonna be much. So I'm like, you know what else could it be then? I'm like, well, it's got to be before E3. I mean, they could do it after E3, even though because they have come out and said, right, that we are gonna wait for Microsoft to do their price. which theoretically could mean that it could be like, but after E3. Like, would they do that though? Like, maybe not.
That's too late, Adam. I can't see them. You talking about just the pricing or the whole reveal?
I'm saying the 13th of May for a few reasons. One, it sets up the whole Last of Us Part 2 narrative very well with the brand new console, right? You got a brand new console, you can then prop up the fucking Last of Us Part 2, like what you do with the PS4, right? And also the sense, right, in the middle of May, they have Judges Week, which is before E3, where they have loads of different people, like from obviously like GameSpot, IGN, Kind of Funny, Kotaku, anybody, right? Come over, play these games. Some of these games early, some of them they keep harsh until they're announced at E3, right? Which won't be a lot because there aren't a lot of people that are going, or they haven't got a lot of them aren't really showing nearly as much as what they should do, right? And then after that, or before that happens, PlayStation's like, yo, listen, because you're all in one place already, how about you come to us? Simple as. Get these motherfuckers going there, and they're like, yo, stay put. We're going to put you into the PS5 reveal. Bring them over. Because again, PlayStation, everyone's saying, this is the other thing as well, which I don't like. I'm hearing the most biggest bullshit of, and that is PS5 will be doing a state of play. Another narrative which I'm like, why is that? Because they're backing out of conferences. They're afraid of coronavirus. Again, the whole reason behind the backing out situation of the corona is a part of it, yes, but it's more to do with the traveling aspects. People are coming over that are coming from other parts of maybe America, but also abroad, right? They don't have to be dealing with some bullshit flight aspect where like, oh, we're not going to be able to make it because our flight's fucked up. So you know what, fuck it, let's just cancel it. There's no reason to get all stressed out and shit like that with this bullshit. We can easily do something later on, and we can do a full-fledged thing with these people. So, okay, cool, let's do it. So it all comes down to the aspect of like, I do not see them doing a state of play. I see them still doing a fucking PlayStation experience briefing that they've always done. Because unlike Xbox, they have been traditional in what they're doing for gaming console. Unlike Xbox, it's more of an untraditional aspect. They're not doing the whole, like, here's this and this and that. PlayStation, they're still keeping that same tone of how you announce a console, which I like. So it's like, okay,
Adam,
cool. Yeah.
Adam, let me ask you a question. When do you think, what's the latest month that you think
it'll be June?
Before, let's say after E3, Sony still hasn't mentioned anything about.
It will be in June. It can't be July, it can't be August, it can't be none. No, it can't be any of them.
Okay, now let's say after, if they don't mention nothing in June, do you think the PS5 will be canceled for this year?
I've said this during the week. The thing is about the whole cancellation of these consoles, or delay, should we say, these consoles, right? For me, it's a bit of a difficult situation because, like, I could see both companies, like, restricting the amount of consoles or units going to each country because they haven't got nearly enough that are being produced. But then also a sense that if they were to do that, I think a lot of people would pretty much say turn around and say, you might as well just delay it. Because when the PS4 came out, that came out in November for everyone, and then the next year it came out in Japan. And Japan were really pissed off about that. Because of the Japanese company. Why did they have to wait additional months? Because, well, theoretically, because PlayStation wanted their foot in the door with America, because they lost last generation, right, in America, North America, and also Europe. They obviously got back eventually, but again, Xbox was quite a strong console in Europe, when obviously England, as well as England, well, we're not part of Europe anymore, but, it is that sense, right? So, yeah, I think for me, personally, because the thing is, they've already started production on these consoles. They have. They start roughly around this time of year where they start doing production on the consoles. They're being made right now. Or somewhat are being made. But for me, if they come out and they say, we've only got a limited supply of PlayStation 5s, I'm going to be the person that says to every single PlayStation fan out there, sorry, we might as well just wait until next year. Just wait. I mean, we haven't got. I think a lot of PlayStation fans have already voiced their opinion on this, right? We have no problem waiting next year because of the games that you've got like coming out later on in the year with Avengers and Cyberpunk, and obviously got Last of Us, and maybe their multiplayer comes out later on. Then you've got your Maddens, your FIFAs, your CODs, and whatever. So that shit will tie you over until what, March maybe next year, somewhat. I would say maybe. Unlike Xbox, they are wanting to push this shit out. They are wanting to bring their infrastructure out as soon as possible, get a leg up, right? And it kind of folds into the aspect where, like, again, a lot of people were talking about like prices, and it's a bit of a bold thing, but I think Microsoft, if they wanted to, they could sell their console, their Series X, at $100 loss, and they would, if they wanted to. But would I say that they would? No, because they're not treating their console, like I said, in a traditional aspect. They're treating it as an evergreen system, like a mobile phone, and an ecosystem. So they don't give a fuck if you get a Series X day in day. They've got the Xbox One X. I don't know if it's gonna work. And the xCloud as well, and then they've got the Series X. They're treating it again like they don't care. You know, they put their point forward, and that's them. You know, I think a lot of people
got money up here. Ask Media Molecule what the budget of Dreams was. What the fuck?
I want to know, man, because I'm just saying I'm not seeing the adamant. I'm not seeing that at all. I just. Me personally, I think it's spent more than $1 million, man. Like
you gotta remember, bro. They made their whole story with the engine. Like they didn't really go all out, bro. It's not a difference between the multiplayer and the single.
There's no way in hell they spent less than $1 million fucking dollars and they worked 7 years on that game, bro. It's no way in hell.
Well, you just
no offense, Adam. No offense.
You literally just said it though. They spent so many years making that game, a longer period of time, flexing how they can spend their money, be very vigilant about what they're doing. If it came out in 4 or 5 years, I'd be like, maybe, all right, they maybe got a lot of money, got a lot of resources to go in and get this game. But they did.
Yeah, he has a point there, Big
made for years.
Look at Hellblade. Look how long Hellblade. Look how long Hellblade is.
Yeah, exactly.
You know goddamn well they didn't spend under $1 million making that game. You know that.
They spent under fucking $1 million on fucking Hellblade, did they not?
Yeah, like, dude, Hellblade is a perfect example of this.
Hellblade was in development for a long time.
Media Molecule. We're talking about Media Molecule, man.
No, I know that, but I'm saying as an example, man, of a game that doesn't take a whole big budget that can be in development for years. Exactly. Hellblade's a prime example of that.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. No. There's no way in here.
When Hellblade was being made, it was like roughly what, like 20 to 30 people making Hellblade, right? They basically made a mocap stage out of fucking like hardware supplies, right? They had a fucking budget. They were taking money out.
Listen, you know what? One thing y'all forgetting about the two. Hey, Adam, you know what y'all forgetting? The one big thing that Media Molecule worked for Sony, man. They had when they started making Hellblade, they told themselves in the beginning, we cannot spend this much money. They didn't have a backing like Sony. And Sony, when you work for a company, you get a paycheck. They don't get like they didn't get paid like Ninja Theory got paid. They made that with their own money, and they knew before they started that project that, hey, we can't spend over this much. Now I know they probably had a point where they said, oh shit, we need a couple of more $1,000, a couple of more $100,000, but they had a budget. Sony didn't tell Media Molecule, hey, don't spend over $100,000. It doesn't work like that when you work for a company like that. It doesn't work. You know what? That's a thing that I've been explaining to a lot of people. I know y'all know this, but just to reiterate, when you work for these companies, you're getting a paycheck. You're getting a paycheck, man. You're not getting like when you just make the game and you spend $100 million, and when and you only get paid on how much the game, regardless how good the game sell, you are still getting paid when you work for Microsoft, Nintendo, or Sony.
Of course, yeah.
Oh, so is that how fucking Microsoft's new fucking acquisitions are going to be making money out there, getting to put them on Game Pass? Oh, I could have sworn I said that a long time ago, and people gave me shit for it.
What's that?
Well, you know, people are crazy, man.
Employees being paid by Microsoft, man. Like, fucking...
Yeah, man, when you work for a company and they bought that, like, when you buy...
I know. I brought that up in a video of mine a while back there, fucking Big Money, and I got ridiculed in the comment section of my fucking video. That's not how it works, Fatal.
People think that way, man. Like, I don't know why people think that way. When you're independent,
look at the people that represent the gaming community, my guy. Look at the people that you're talking about that represent the gaming community. They are fucking challenged, bro. You've been through this a long time, my friend.
Fam, I do not get it. Like, you go to anywhere, if you go to McDonald's and you see the employee working there, he works for McDonald's. He's getting a paycheck.
Yeah, of course.
Media Molecule work for Sony. Naughty Dog works for Sony. They are getting paychecks. I don't know why people can't realize that.
Like, again, we are talking about a budget of a game, and like I've said, right, off the rip, would you consider Media Molecule's games on the same sort of tier as, like, a God of War, as a...
No, they have that. No, I don't think so. I don't think that, but I'm just saying, Adam, I could be wrong. Listen, I could be wrong. This is just me from the top of my head, man. I just don't think that they spent under $1 million making that game. I even heard, I'm not for sure, but I could have swore I heard Media Molecule, they did a what's name one time, and I heard them talking about how much money they spent making this game, man. And that's why when you said that, I was like, under $1 million? I'm like, wow.
I'm going back on all their previous games, right? Like Tearaway, right? That whole idea of Tearaway was based off of them going to an origami fucking class, right? And be like, hey, this could be a really fucking cool game about paper mache, paper folding, the art of it. And guess what they did? They made a game based on the facts of paper, like folding paper. And it's like, okay, so you think about it, right? Like how much money they needed to make this game, right? Comparing it to like millions to 100,000. I'm like, dude, that is nowhere fucking near $1 million. Because again,
you know what? I'm not saying this out of the realm. Adam, I'm not saying it's out of the realm of it not being under $1 million. It's just me personally. I just don't think that they spent less than $1 million making this game. And like I said, I could be wrong. Because we don't have, neither one of us had the number. You're going off of the past of what they made, and I'm just going off of the top of my head, like, because we both don't have the numbers. Neither one of us have the numbers, but I just don't think that because they've been working on this game for a very long time, man, and I just can't see them spending under $1 million.
Put that into factor, though, right? If it's taken that long for them to make this game, like, would not think that.
The more and more you take longer on the game, it's more expensive it gets, man. Do you think so? You're trying to tell me
if they put money into Dreams, this shit would have been cranked out 5 years ago. If they put in the millions that we're talking about, they would have cranked that game out ages ago.
Adam, are you telling me the longer a studio takes on a game, the less money they spend on it?
In some fucking factors, it can be, yes.
I don't know about that. You know what? I can't. If that's the way he thinks, I can't.
Listen, bro. Like, it's that sense of. Alright, here's a good factor. Call of Duty, right? It's pumped out it used to be 3 years, now it's 2 years, I think, roughly now. But theoretically,
every year.
Okay, it's a short amount of time, right? But how much money do they put into a Call of Duty game? Hundreds of, at least over 100 million, to make their games, right? But obviously they make it back, they're fine with that. Activision, they pump money into that game, and obviously they give them the money willy-nilly because they know they're going to get that money back, right? With ease. With Media Molecule, like I said originally, man, Midway Molecule are not like every other company within the like
it's about
Sony's
the
infrastructure,
power of
right?
dreams. That's why.
Sony have a very good understanding with Midway Molecule because they are not like Naughty Dog, and they're not like things. They don't take they can take as much time as they want, right? But it's also a sense of the reason why is because again they don't fucking like, hey, listen, we gonna need more than what we expect. Like, nope. Because literally, like, you look at the offices, right? You look at previous behind the scenes of their games, so on and so forth. They contract all these ideas based off of not even going out to research shit, not like getting flown out to different countries or whatever, so forth. They all do this in-house. And it's like, okay, cool, let's do it. Like, maybe, theoretically, their next game, right, that they're making, it could, maybe it does cost them a shit ton of money. But for right now, it's not like that. Like, Dreams, like we said, right, again, they made it through their own studio, right? The story mode to that game is, what, like 3 hours, 4 hours long? Like, that's not long. Like, it fundamentally works upon the aspects of you, as a creator, using the tools within the game and cutting out all the bullshit of coding and what you would have to learn based on Unreal Engine, Crytek Engine, Unity Engine, whatever engine base you're using. And, you know, again, the advertisement, right? That's a fuck ton of money. But they're not, again, do we see advertising from this game? Not a lot of it, no. It's all on YouTube, Twitch, maybe if you have like
Twitter.
Twitter, yeah, but also like in England, if you watch Channel 4 on your laptop, they have adverts all the time. Sometimes I see an advert on TV. There's a couple of billboards in London. I don't see any other billboards around England, from what I've been told. But like, yeah, like, it's just a sense of, again, this game is a completely different treatment as to what their other games are. Like, last week, right, somebody posted up, Halo Infinite, right, the budget of Halo Infinite is 500 million. And that's through advertisement, the making of the game, also the engine of the game, and all these other retrospects which have not been mentioned. And then you got God of War, which I mentioned, right? 250, I think it was roughly around 250 million, right? And again, the same gists, where it's advertisement, it's the new engine, it's them being flown out to, was it Norway? No, not Norway. Forgot now. Was it Norway? Or was it Finland? Was it Finland? I forgot. But again, they did research, right? Same thing with Sucker Punch. They went to Tsushima Island, right? To research. And that's money from Sony to fly them out to do the research. Then they got the engine they had to prop up from Second Son. There is involved in budgets, bro.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Y'all know who this guy is? Video Game Donkey? Y'all know who that is?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Man, this motherfucker, is he a big view? Because he got like almost 300,000 views in like 52 minutes.
Yeah.
What did he
doing something about dreams. He's doing something about dreams. He's a troll.
Bro, dreams is amazing. The power of dreams, Big Money, is absolute, bitch.
You're not thinking about it because that motherfucker came back to YouTube yesterday. I'm thinking about fucking posting up on PewDiePie's page to get dreams because that motherfucker would love the shit out of that game.
You know what, bro? I want that to happen. I need PewDiePie to get on.
Nazis in it.
What?
No, like that guy.
God damn it, man.
Yeah, he's in a troll channel. He's a good channel though.
Oh, okay.
Yo, I want to give a big shout out to Hello Games for releasing another bomb ass update there fucking 2 days ago out of fucking nowhere. Yo, shout out to Hello Games.
Yeah, man.
I mean, Sean Murray, right?
Again, bro. Yeah. Another studio.
Another update, man.
Oh my god. I'm about to play a new level on Dreams, and it's way better than Big Money's hairline.
Man, I'm not trying to hear that shit, Jay. Shut that shit up about that goddamn Dreams.
$20
It's better than Big Money's hairline. I guarantee you it's better than his hairline, bro. Guaranteed.
Stop playing those bargain bin games, JayTech.
What did you just say to me? What?
Oh, okay, so that's what I wanted to bring up on top of JayTech, if you don't mind me asking.
Okay, yeah. What's going on?
They need
so what is everyone's hatred towards fucking games looking like cartoony wise? Because I've noticed this being a big thing this time around.
Oh.
Like, nobody really said shit about it like for forever.
I don't have a big thing. Yeah, that is a big thing.
It all depends on. To be honest with you, everybody expects like okay, Nintendo. It's kiddie. They expect cartoony games from Nintendo. But people who like Xbox was marketing for the hardcore gamer, oh, we do nothing but multiplats and all this, and they have the strongest console. Sony says they're for the hardcore gamer and everything. But then when they come out with these cartoony games, people are sitting there like, what the fuck?
Wait, what? PlayStation?
Well, I mean, I noticed this mainly surrounding when it comes to Xbox, which I laugh at because this is something that Xbox has been doing fucking from their first party lineup now.
You know what? Hey, Fatal, you know what? I know exactly what you're talking about. What it was, Fatal, is that when that fighting game came out and they put that artwork for whatever that Battletoad character is, a lot of fans of Battletoad.
Oh, you're talking about fucking. Okay, no. Yeah, no, because that I understand the whole Battletoad shenanigans. But like I said, the art style makes sense because of what the original concept of Battletoad was supposed to look like. So that makes sense. A lot of people don't know that because people are fake in this community. Let's be honest. But the thing of it is, fucking regards to that though, I mean, it started before that. Like before Battletoads got revealed, like it was before that too as well. I've been seeing this for years, man, since this generation started, and I don't really understand that. I mean, I get it from what somebody was saying about as far as Nintendo goes, but like a lot of the games that these proclaimed gamers call themselves, fucking sitting there saying that a lot of these games look like dog shit because how they look. A lot of their fucking favorite games are games that look like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? From like. No, and that to me is just a shameless.
You know what? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do something. We're gonna do something about this cartoony shit. So first of all, a big shout out to Boca Loca, 320. Big shout out to you, because you helped me fix the streaming shit, so we can now post gameplay while we're actually talking. But this is still the Sunday show. I want to show off Dreams.
Fuck off!
Oh my god!
First of all, hold on. You know, keep doing that. I'm actually just going to say something towards Andrew. Gears, yes.
Yeah.
Gears have always had that brown and gray, ugly ass fucking thing that we all saw last generation. So many games too. I mean, look at fucking Metal Gear Solid fucking 4 looked like it. Freaking Resistance looked like it had like that yellowish garbage fucking thing.
It's a grainy sort of color.
Yeah, that grainy, disgusting look, man. That didn't really do any justice. Halo, on the other hand,
last generation, a lot of games did it.
Halo has always had a more colorful palette to it. Like, go back and play Combat Evolved. And tell me that game does not look like, not in the sense of cartoony per se, but I'm saying, like, with that type of art style in mind.
No,
Halo's always been a colorful fucking game. It's never looked like, oh, it's supposed to look like Gears or it's supposed to look like Last of Us. No, motherfucker. Like, go back and revisit and look at the original fucking Halo. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, man. They got a fucking.
We're talking about cartoony games like PlayStation.
I didn't know they had it.
PlayStation, that's all they ever had.
Yeah,
that's the thing that kicks me in the ass, dude, because Ratchet and Clank, fucking Crash Bandicoot, fucking Sly Cooper.
Hey, you know what? You know what it is? Tato, what it is that now that we're in a time where we got these real quote-unquote powerful systems, everybody, all these fans, all they want to see now is photorealistic graphics. That's all they want now.
Well,
dude, and that's fine. If people want that, that's fine. But don't shit on the other ones, man.
Though, you see? Well, that goes back to what I talked about with the PS3, right? You had all those wacky sort of cartoony aspect of games. You had those sort of games, right? Whereas this generation,
Racer.
You haven't had a lot of them. You haven't had a lot of them. Like this, you go to like for instance, look at Naughty Dog as a studio, right? They started off with like Dream fucking Walkers, like back before the PlayStation 1. Then they went to Crash Bandicoot, Jack and Dexter. Then they started getting a bit real with Uncharted, then Last of Us. Theoretically, we've grown up with Naughty Dog and how they develop fucking games, right? And the same thing goes with Santa Monica. It's the same sort of thing. Like, what was it? Twisted Metal. Obviously, yes, it was a very, it's an 18-rated game, but it was cartoony to shit in some sense. Like,
yep,
it was. And like,
that's what I'm saying. I don't, like, that's the thing I don't understand, dude. It's like, I mean, like I said, I don't have an issue with people liking realism and whatever the case may be. That's fine and dandy.
Hey, Snow Bunny, are
You know
you
what I mean?
looking
But
at
like,
this?
don't
It look
shit
like
on
Nintendo
games that
gonna
have
sue the
like
fuck
a
out of
specific art style
Not
to it that
really
doesn't
on
appeal to you.
Splatoon.
Fuck, I died.
Hey man, how many people, JayTech, have you played Transformers War for Cybertron? Did you ever play that game?
I played it inside of Dreams the other day. Yeah.
Dude, I'm hyped for that.
Okay, for real. Did you play the real? Did you play the
I
real
love
one?
that
Did you
shit,
play
bro.
the?
That's one of my favorite
Big Money, you
games.
talking about the game that
Bro,
came out
do you
last
know-
year,
wait
last
a minute.
generation?
Yeah.
Bro, do you know
That game's
Netflix is
fucking
making an animated series off of that game?
Hold on. Let Big Money talk real quick. What you saying?
You know Netflix is making an animated series off of that game?
I will be watching it. I will be watching it.
It looked good as fuck.
Wait up. You said it looked good, so they already
But see,
got
but
it.
Andrew, your problem is that you don't know what makes a game bad. That's your problem. You're going based on what somebody's telling you what makes a bad game. You don't actually play any of these games to know if they're bad or not. And I can't stand motherfuckers that do that. Because they're going based on what somebody said on Twitter or what video clips they saw on YouTube, man. Like, really?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. That Transformers, was it War for Cybertron and Fall for Cybertron, bro? Those games underrated to shit.
Yes,
they are. When I first played War for Cybertron last generation on the 360, dude, that game was fucking fire, dude.
Fucking lit, man.
Yes, it was. Oh my god! I can't believe they making an animated series off of this, man.
Do they have the Toy Fair is this week?
Yeah, they got a. It came out yesterday. They got a trailer right now for it.
Can you do me a favor, please? Can you like find what the title is so I can search it real quick?
It's Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege.
Literally, yeah, it's literally the same title as the fucking game, or one of the games.
Yeah.
That was
Oh my god! I can't wait for this to come out.
Game, since like the PS2, there was a PS2 Transformers game that I forgot what it was called. But yeah, man, like that was from High Studios, man.
Yeah, and that was Activision too. That was fucking Activision too.
Yes, that was crazy. They fucked up after what was the second one called, Adam?
Fall. Or was it War? Fuck.
Oh, War for Cybertron was the first one.
No, Fall. I think it was, or War.
Yeah, Fall of Cybertron was the second one. Both of those fucking games.
Neither are you, Andrew.
Amazing.
Neither are you, because your assumptions are dog shit.
War for Cybertron. Yeah, War. Yeah, because I remember playing that game on the PS4.
And I know you haven't played a whole lot of games on Xbox, dude. Don't fucking lie to me like that.
It was Fall for Cybertron was the second one. That was when you could play as Grimlock and them guys, man. Like that, those games. High Moon Studios were one of those studios. For me, High Moon were great fucking studios. I don't know what the fuck they are right now.
Yes, they were.
What the hell they are.
Yep.
And if you want me to believe you, Andrew, give me your gamer tag so I can look at your gamer tag fucking now.
High Moon Studios is one of them. I know that the people that made Spec Ops: The Line got picked up by I think it was CNET. Yeah, I'm like, yo, like they've been given money from fucking that company, bro. I'm like, I would love to see Spec Ops: The Line 2. That is another game that was underrated.
That was good. That was a good game.
Spec Ops has always been an underrated franchise, man, since back in the PS1 era, dude. But they were more realistic, though. They were more realistic back then than Spec Ops: The Line. Fucking, they actually made it more about like the story narrative-wise.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I feel like PlayStation, like if you can do something with that, man, just grab it.
Yeah, man. Do it. I said go for it.
I think cartoony games, like people that kind of show cartoony games, like I would understand
have bad taste in gaming.
Really bad.
I mean, if you're not talking bad about Mario, then you really can't talk about.
No. It's just a sense, right? I mean, again, every game has got the aspects of an artistic style, right? And then also, then they go off the story and the gameplay and the genre in which they're going to strive towards, right? And the thing is, some of the best fucking games, right? Like some of the best games that I'm pretty sure some people can think of in their childhood, where it's PS1, 2, 3, Xbox, or whatever, will probably come and say something. They'll probably say a game that's cartoony, like Borderlands is a somewhat cartoony game.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm thinking about it, cartoony games. What about the cartoony Cybertron? I mean, the cartoony Transformer games. That what's the name just did a year or two ago? What's the name of that game?
Devastation that Platinum Games made.
Yeah, that cartoon.
That game is awesome.
1980s.
Yeah, that game is fucking dope, dude.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but I think what happened was that now Xbox is doing cartoony games. Remember, those games wasn't acceptable during the 360 and original Xbox days.
But they're still acceptable today. What changed?
They're acceptable today because the Xbox is dog shit, so they had no choice but to get those games.
No. See, right there, you can't give me a valid reason. You cannot give me a valid reason.
No. I'm telling you right now. Hold on. Pedro, listen to me. The PlayStation has been doing games like that since its inception. Since the inception of the PS4, no, not like that. Not on this scale. Not on this scale.
What scale?
And you know that. On the scale of now. Because remember, Halo, Gears. You remember Halo and Gears were the main games that pushed the Xbox brand and gave the Xbox that catapult in a way where, but it wasn't MO.
It wasn't realistic though.
No,
that's my question. Okay, there you go.
No.
There you go. It had more of an actual art style behind it, did it not?
It had a what?
Gears and Forza Motorsports, right? Have only been really the only two games that took that more of that realistic fucking realism kind of approach. That's all Microsoft has. What about Fable? You're ignoring games like fucking Fable.
No. But see, Fable didn't catapult the Xbox brand.
It doesn't matter if it catapults it or not. That's irrelevant to the point.
It's irrelevant to the point, but the point is that these games were not sellers. These games were not sellers. To make the Xbox brand give it a recognition that PlayStation has.
It doesn't matter if they're sellers or not. It doesn't matter if they're sellers or not, because not like in all games that Naughty Dog made back in the day fucking sold units.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that wasn't Microsoft's MO. FPS was the multiplayer. It was the FPS.
It may not be Microsoft's MO. Here's the thing: like, we spoke about this before. Right?
You know that Halo was never supposed to be an FPS.
We spoke about this before, right?
Well, there you go.
Here's the thing, though. We've spoken about this before. When it comes to Microsoft, right? Their whole infrastructure, their whole aspect was built off of the pillar of fucking Halo, right? When it came out, it was a launch title, right? It drove that console to the sense of, oh shit, like people should play this, right?
Yeah.
But theoretically, I understand, like, you know, Halo, Gears, Forza is that kind of staple for Xbox because, again, that's what people liked on Xbox, right? If they gave them cartoony shit like Sunset Overdrive, that game didn't sell a lot because, again, a lot of gamers on Xbox didn't really, again, I'm not saying they didn't care, but, again, it wasn't the sense of something that they would, like, gel with, in a sense.
Just like what happened with Conker's Bad Fur Day Reloaded. Just like what happened with fucking Cameo. Viva Pinata.
Right? Again, I will not say that. Here's the thing with what J-Love said, right? The thing, when it comes to Xbox, right, they did have cartoony games. They had a lot of them, like Conker. They had what's that other one? Camo, and
Cameo, Elements of Power.
Cameo. And they also had Banjo-Kazooie, didn't they?
That's in Kakia.
But again, like, obviously, they don't own them at that point in time, but still, theoretically, they had them. You know, they did have cartoon.
Oh no, they owned. They had Rare at that time. They had Rare. They bought Rare out during the OG Xbox, so it was their shit.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yes, that's true. But again, like,
Nintendo sold off fucking
Xbox. Here's the other thing, right? You think of the most.
But why those games? If you're saying that, why those games? Like Halo was the biggest game and biggest seller on the Xbox One as an FPS. It was known as the FPS, the first-person shooter, and Gears, right? And Gears. So and Forza.
Gears didn't pull the numbers like Halo did, though.
On North America, that's the way, though. You see. When they released the Xbox, their main focus when they were like selling this console was we're approaching America first, then we'll spread our wings to other countries, right? But obviously, like you look at the original Xbox, right? It didn't sell great because it came out a few years after PlayStation 2, which was already dominating. Right, and that's one of the reasons why they kind of went, let's get the jump start on the 360. And when that console came out, look what happened. Like, you had North America in full force there. You had England in full force, Europe in full force, and then when the PS3 came out, it took a bit of time before people actually started going, okay, I'm going to get that console. And obviously, PS4 just steamrolled it, because again, the pricing and so on and so forth. But you see, with Halo, it is that sense with Halo, and
Halo, Gears did pretty good though. Gears sold about 7-8 million copies.
Well, yeah, of course.
Gears did pretty good.
Look at
the first Gears did. Yeah, the first Gears did. Yeah.
I mean,
but that's the numbers of what Halo fucking 3 and Halo 4 did, and ODST and Reach did.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is that sense of, I do think that, again, Xbox gamers, not saying all of them, but, a very big majority of them go for, the stereotypical aspects of games. It's sort of like Fortnite.
They do.
A lot of people go for Fortnite because it's free to play, and it is that sense of it's there. Right? Everyone plays it because it's free and this and that. It's yeah, no shit. I mean, hell, didn't Microsoft buy fucking the Minecraft studio for $2.5 billion? That's a cartoony fucking studio that makes a cartoony game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Halo, but that game, man, was already selling. It's already sold.
It made shooters become more friendlier with consoles.
Halo now hasn't been the same since fucking Reach.
Yeah.
Yeah, long time, bro. And again, I'm looking at Halo Infinite, and I see a lot of fans getting all hyped for that shit and all big bombs, and that's great. I hope that game. I really do hope that game does good. I really fucking do. But there is that sense of with Gears 5, where when that game came out, I saw big Xbox fans on Twitter hyping the shit out of that game like it was something revolutionary. When I played it myself, theoretically, Act 1 was not fucking good. I did not like that Act 1. Act 2 was what I wanted from that game. But the thing was, after Act 2, the story just went back to its normal roots of we have to kill this big fucking thing and then we are going to be...
See, and that's the problem with Gears. That's the biggest problem with Gears, man, is because that game is fabricated such a specific design fucking way. Think of it like Sonic, right? You know how Sonic runs better on 2D plane than he does in 3D? There has been a couple of 3D ones that have done exceptionally well, yes. But that's where he shines. And the moment you start changing up a lot of the actual core mechanics within Gears, unless you're going to flat out reboot it, which is what they should have did with fucking the 4.
Yeah, well, it's like that. They did a brand new.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if they would have rebooted it, fine. Then you can do whatever the fuck you want. Nobody can really say shit because it's a reboot. But the problem with Gears is that it's fabricated its gameplay so fucking fine to the point where the moment you start drastically changing all that shit, it's no longer Gears. At least to the fan base, it is.
See, Gears to me, the way they've gone about the evolution of their gameplay combat aspects is like Call of Duty. The way they've done that. Over the course of the years, they add little things here and there, but fundamentally, you're not changing a lot. You're just...
Now, if they were to do a reboot, say to what God of War did in the sense of still keeping it in the same universe, but making it play different, then Gears could be something else. And that's something that I would love to see. I think we can all agree with that. I'd like to see Gears go somewhere different. That's not a fucking the way that it is.
How can you change up Gears though? How can you change that?
That's what I'm saying. You can change it up, but you have to reboot it. You have to reboot it.
Yeah, there will be a few ways. I'm thinking about this, talking about this sort of thing, right? It is a sense of Santa Monica. Even though that sci-fi game got fucking it got canned, I'm not gonna lie. I think that game did a lot for Santa Monica on what they learned. Even though it didn't come out, right? They learned a lot from that new IP.
Yeah.
And again, I thought that's what... With Rod Ferguson, that's the other thing about it. I mentioned this in the previous podcast, yeah? Rod Ferguson leaving before he made Gears 6, to me, is a bit of an iffy one for me. Especially when you're...
It is. I'm with you on that, Adam. I'm with you on that.
Especially when you're leaving a company that's in a better standing than what fucking Blizzard is.
Yeah, and then you go to fucking Blizzard. What are you doing, Rod, man? Come on, man.
And I'm like,
sometimes it might be the money. Who knows?
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. It is. That's what I'm thinking. That's why I think it's exactly what it is.
Actually, when we were talking about cartoony games, I just remembered, you can even consider Dead Rising as a cartoony game. Cartoony doesn't mean it has to be graphic wise. It can be how it acts as well. So
Maybe it's all ridiculousness. Yeah.
You think they should put Gears to bed or what?
Yeah.
I think they should. I think what Coalition should do is take a break from it. Yeah, like finish out like your roadmap for fucking 5, like you're planning on doing. And then after that, like make something else. Like come up with like that supposed fucking rumor about rebooting fucking Perfect Dark. I'll take that. I'll gladly take that. A third-person fucking cover shooter Perfect Dark game. Yeah. Because I mean, hey, you'll bring that series back, but you're bringing it back and you're rebooting it. So why not do it that way? Give Gears a break, man. Gears needs a fucking break. Like, yeah, I'm gonna play Tactics when Tactics gets to Xbox. I mean, I've been wanting a game like that for a long time. Now they're finally making one, so of course I'm gonna play it.
I mean,
I like those types of games.
That's the one thing, like, people sit here and they're like, I don't understand why people are losing their minds over Animal Crossing. You gotta think the last main Animal Crossing game was 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah, it was on the original Wii, man, because the Wii didn't get one out there.
The 3DS. No, the last one was the 3DS.
That's right, yeah, that's right. You're right.
And that was in 2012. So it's like you sitting here, you keep doing the same games over and over every year. Your people get bored of the same games.
Yep, and that's what's happening with Gears.
Yeah, so they need to take a couple years break for them. And then people, when it comes out, people be losing their fucking minds like they do with Nintendo games. Because it's not an oversaturation of them.
I mean, look at Metroid Prime 4, man. Like a game that was revealed, like fucking 2018 Z3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Yeah.
And fucking, we still haven't seen shit about it. Well, the last thing we heard about it, man, was the fact that the original developers that were working on it, fucking, they got off the project and they gave the project back to Retro Studios, which I'm totally fine with that. Because the original developers that made Metroid Prime, fuck yeah, let them go back and make the fourth one. I'm down with that. But yeah, a break from Gears needs to happen. Has to happen. Because, I mean, they released fucking Gears 5. That game fell under the radar. Even I left it.
How many years?
Like, even I don't like the changes in it anymore, man. Like, they just fucking, they rechanged the goddamn Nash into something that's bullshit. And it's like, no, I'm out. I'm done.
So you're about to ask Jay how many years?
I was saying, like, how many years of a break do you think Gears needs?
They need to basically do it so that it's in the back of people's minds, and then come out with a kick-ass one. Like, how long was the break between the last God of War and the reboot of God of War?
Yeah, a couple of years. And the same recently with Assassin's Creed, right? Like, they took that long break from Assassin's Creed after, what was it there? Fucking, I forget what it was, and then boom, Origins came out like 3 years later.
I think they need to bury it, man. I think they need to bury Gears, man. Bury it.
I don't think they need to bury it. I think they just need to put it on the shelves for a while and come out, like, you know, give it like a good, like, give it a generation break. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, we know that's not going to happen because they are going to come out with the 6th one, so they can finish off the second trilogy and be done with that. After that, fine. Stop it. You know what I mean? Like, you came out with Gears Pop, nobody's talking about that. Nobody even gave a shit about that game.
Is that game out?
Is on its way out. Yeah, it's been out for a while. It came out before Gears 5 came out. See, that's the thing. Like, most people didn't even realize that game even came out. It dropped fucking, like, a month or two before Gears 5 drops.
But wasn't that game Gears Pop for phones, cell phones and stuff like that?
Yeah, it was for cell phones, yeah. Yeah, it was for cell phones. So, obviously, console gamers are not going to blink an eyelash at that. Gears Tactics, on the other hand, I mean, you're already making the game, outside from what I like, and I love that type of genre, but you're looking at a genre that is mainly only beloved on PC. Nobody plays those types of games on consoles, man. Like, no matter if it's Gears related or not. You know what I mean? So when that game comes over here, I mean, obviously I'm going to be playing the fucking shit out of it because I love strategy games like that and RTS games like that. But to the average console, they're going to look at that and call it fucking dog shit. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, for example, like, if you look at King Fresh, shout out to him, he says the exact same thing every time he looks at the game like that. Like, he was looking at, on the PC side, that fucking, Total War, Three Kingdoms that came out recently on PC a couple months back, about half a year ago or some shit. And he was looking at that game and calling that game fucking, like, dog shit compared to what consoles could bring to the fucking forefront. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because, like, he's not technically wrong, because you would think from a PC narrative standpoint that you would have games on the PC looking better than anything on consoles to date, but you're not getting that. It used to be like that at one point, but now you're not getting that anymore.
So let me ask you this: how do you think Fable's going to do as far as how big Fable was on the Xbox period. How big was that game?
Going back on what we were just talking about as far as longevity goes, as far as taking a break from something, Fable has definitely been hiatus for a long time. I know people were pissed off about Fable Legends being.
I mean, you gotta think it's been a whole generation plus.
Yeah. Because like the last game that came out fucking for Fable was that Kinect piece of shit one that everybody fucking shat on.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This is cut and dry, man. Microsoft has not invested in nothing if they don't see a return on their fucking IPs, yo. They're not gonna do it, man. There's no reason to keep investing or putting out sequels if they're not seeing Halo numbers. As when Halo first came out, if these dudes are seeing Halo numbers, they're not buying. They're not doing no shit again. They're not doing that shit again, man.
They've already. But that doesn't matter though.
If that was the case, they would have stopped doing Gears. Because that's what I'm saying.
But you also look at it in this perspective. Look how many games that Rare put out last generation that didn't even put a fucking dent into what fucking Gears and Halo and fucking Forza sold last generation. Yet here's fucking Rare still here today. Still giving us fucking games like Sea of Queeps. I mean, not a good game like fucking, or anything like crap like that. But I'm saying, like, now they're coming out with Everlast. Like, they don't care. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't give a shit. Games like that, like going back to what you were saying about Fable, right? Fable itself, when that game does come out from the second studio that is Playgrounds, whatever the fucker company is called, I'm expecting like big things from that game. Just because fucking Playground Games knows how to make open world games because they've been doing it for fucking how long with the Horizon franchise. You know what I mean? So I can see them actually making a thoroughly good fucking Fable game. Fable Legends was not going to be that answer. I can tell you that right now. Fable Legends was not going to do that game any justice.
Am I the only one that thinks that it's not going to be called Fable? It's going to be called something completely different.
It's going to be I think it's going to be called fucking. It's going to be a reboot to the Fable franchise.
I think they're going to do a spiritual successor to Fable.
To do this, man. Because Fable's been talked about this whole fucking generation. I'm like, it comes to a point where is there actually theoretically a fucking Fable game, or is it kind of like Fable, but it's not named it?
No, I think it's going to be like Fable has to be in the name for brand recognition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It might be like it might be a spin-off with like a story of Fable or something like that. You know what I mean? Or if anything, it's going to be a reboot. I could see it being a reboot because that series is in dire need of a fucking reboot.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing with Fable, right? Because I played the first two on the 360. Or was it? Yeah, I remember playing the first two anyway, and I liked the game. I wasn't much of that. So I wasn't much into that sort of genre of game. I until probably this generation where I started getting into it, mainly because like I'm older. Like I can, and again like my brain can compute this fucking shit in a sense. Like I'm actually a bit more intrigued by it in a sense, but. It is that point of like they bring back Fable. That's one half of it. I still wonder if it's going to deliver because every single time like
I'm hoping that it does, man.
When it comes to E3, right? We've always heard Xbox fans go Fable, and then like last year, right? Everyone was expecting it to end the show, and it never happened. And everyone got pissed off, and I'm like, obviously, I expected to be here.
They did say. This would I remember seeing something that this year we are going to see whatever the fuck a lot of these developers are working on.
Yeah, but again, it's that sense of will they deliver on what the fans?
I'm hoping so. I'm really hoping that because people have been wanting a Fable game now for a while, good Fable game. So I'm hoping that this will be the one that
it's just the expectations. That's for me, bro. It's like the expectations. Think of it. I mean, for me, it's like. Remember when God of War got announced, right, in 2016? There was not a lot. The reason why I feel like a lot of people like that game, right, were kind of again, they were intrigued by that game was because I've said this numerous times. God of War, it wasn't as big of a game as what people think it was. Like the original trilogy, it wasn't, man. It was a great game. It was a great series of.
Yeah,
but
it wasn't.
It wasn't nearly as big as I'm gonna say it wasn't as big as it didn't have a big enough fan base like Halo and Gears and some of the other games, right? But
what happened though, Adam? God of War, it picked up steam. What happened was gaining momentum. The franchise was getting bigger and bigger as each generation came to pass.
I mean,
it was getting bigger and bigger. Now it's unstoppable. Now it's a freight train. God of War is a freight train right now.
I can agree with that, but it's also the sense of, again, it kind of builds the similarities between Hugo Martin that's on Doom Eternal and obviously the other Doom, and Cory Barlog, and that is they stepped away from gaming, and they, Cory did, and he went to film, right? He was in film, he wanted to try and get into that. He did it a bit, and then he came back, because he didn't go as well as he thought he would. Hugo Martin worked on films like Pacific Rim, right? And then he came into gaming because it was, in the sense, just creatively, it was way easier to do what he wanted to do. And funny enough, within the recent gameplays of Doom Eternal, there's this big fucking mech lookalike of the Doomslayer, which is like, that kind of makes a resemblance to the whole Pacific Rim thing. I'm like, that's dope. But again, like, it kind of goes back to the point of with Gears for me, and also even Halo, right? I would like 343 and Coalition, right, to do their own fucking thing, because they've gone and basically what they've gone and done is, and this may sound disgusting, but they've just basically gone and picked up Bungie, like, theoretically speaking, Bungie's gone out, right, side, taken a shit on the front lawn, and 343 has just basically gone and picked it up in a fucking doggy bag and fucking made something with it. That, again, like, I want 343 to make their own fucking thing, not ride the coattails of an idea that they didn't create.
I agree 100%.
And some
both those two fighters need to take a break.
And some people said this to me, but some people from Bungie are still there. I don't give a fuck. Theoretically, man, they still aren't, like, you know what I mean? Like, fully, they're not the same people. No? Like, the Initiative, right? Everyone's talking about what Initiative are doing. Some people are saying Perfect Dark and this and that. And I said, I think before this news came out, I said I wouldn't be surprised if Initiative were making a Marvel game. I would not be surprised. And you know, and the Marvel game I would expect them to make, and this might piss off PlayStation fans. I think they would make a Wolverine game. Yeah. I mean, hell, like, we've got Spider-Man, Nintendo have got Ultimate Alliance. I think it's only fair that they get a Marvel game, if I'm being honest. I mean, Perfect Dark, I mean, don't get me wrong, man, I wouldn't mind them making a Perfect Dark game, I'm not gonna lie. I see a lot of people like, they are making a Perfect Dark game. It's been confirmed because Phil Spencer mentioned a quote, which kind of pulls the eyes of that. But what makes you think that? Like, he may be fucking leading you on the roots, you know?
Exactly what to say, he could just be, like, misleading.
Exactly, bro. Like, I remember when people thought Insomniac weren't making fucking Spider-Man. It was Sucker Punch. You're all wrong. Like,
yeah, I remember that.
You know what I mean? Everyone's like, Sucker Punch making it, and then Insomniac come out left field like, yo, we're making a Spider-Man game. And it made sense, because they made Sunset Overdrive, and you look at the movement on that game, comparing it to, Sunset Overdrive as well as...
compared to Infamous? The reason why they made that assumption is because if you look at Infamous, it kind of looks like that. It has that kind of...
But it's also a sense of, like, you know, again, Insomniac could be making Ratchet & Clank games in PS2, and, like, you know, you also have a Sunset Overdrive. Like, the movement is kind of very similar in some ways. But yeah, man, like... Yeah, I mean, for me, man, like, E3 for me is going to be very interesting. It is, because theoretically, everyone's going to be watching E3 for one fucking reason, that's Xbox. That's literally the only reason. Like, I mean, EA could do something cool, Ubisoft maybe.
I thought EA had...
I'm not expecting any.
Well, EA are not... They do that, EA do EA Play, big, Soy Bunny. That thing, like, outside. Which is, I think is on the Saturday, I think.
I heard they weren't going to be there at all.
Really?
That's what I heard. I heard EA had pulled out completely.
So. Yeah, I think I heard that too. I think I was reading.
I mean, if that's the case, then if that is the case, then there'll probably be a game.
This E3 is gonna fucking be in shambles, man.
But hey, bro, everybody from the Xbox camp, they flying over there. They feel that it's something over.
I'm just gonna watch their fucking show and just treat it like just a regular inside Xbox. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't give a
No,
fuck. Man.
just quickly, man, because I've noticed this shit. Because I'm pretty sure this was the case. E3, when the E3 badges went online, like in previous years, including last year, right? They went quick. This year, they're still on sale.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. That is an eye opener for me because they've got more, like they've been given more public space than previous years. Like, they're letting more people in basically, and I'm like, they ain't sold their tickets yet. And I know that like what $195, $900 for the premium thing, which is pretty fucking bad to be honest. But yeah, man, I'm like, wow. I don't think E3. I see that K Mega bloke talking about how E3 is packed and shit like that. Alright, yeah, people are in E3, they're walking around E3, but how much games could you play last E3? And how much games could you watch at E3? Because from what I've remember from like 2019's E3, every game apart from like Final Fantasy, a couple of Nintendo games, and Fortnite and some others like multiplats that no one really cares about in a sense, like they always talk shit about them, were the only ones you can play, right? And like, you know, like Cyberpunk you couldn't play, Avengers you couldn't play, a few Xbox games you couldn't play.
That Avengers game looks fucking bad, dude.
It looks like one of the best games ever made.
It looks terrible.
I think it'll be alright
eventually. Say goodbye, day one.
I think.
Are you buying that day one, JTech?
The Marvel fan in me really wants to.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way: if I feel that I have a spare $60 that is not better used on something else, I will buy that day one. But I don't know.
Oh, hey. That's what I wanted to ask you, JTech, man. I want to get your thoughts on this real quick before we get out of here, dude. Fucking, what's your thoughts on Yakuza 0 and fucking Kingdom Hearts 3 going to Game Pass there this week?
I knew. I saw the announcement with everybody else. I don't know what the impact is gonna be. Like, is anybody playing it?
It's not released yet on Game Pass yet.
I thought some of this shit was released this week, like Kingdom Hearts.
No, this week.
On the Game Pass, it has, but some of them released where you could buy them, but not on Game Pass yet.
Oh, okay. So what's going to Game Pass and when?
Hold on, let me get the thing. I know that Yakuza 0 and Kingdom Hearts 3 are going up there fucking later this week.
Oh, what? Hey, look, you guys were asking me in the beginning, like, or asking Jay Love because he was talking. Why do I care what these guys do or what do they say? Right. This is the time where this is why I give a fuck. Because you now have games to play, right? You don't need to be on Twitter. You don't need to do any defense for this company or for that box or for the brand. Exactly. You have games that you never got a chance to play on your system of choice. I can't wait to see if they're going to play these games or if they're just going to continue to do what they've been doing the last 2 months. You know?
Well, I already own Yakuza 0 on PS4, so that's out for me.
Well, see, no, bro. It's not you. I want to make this 100% not you. Not you. Everybody else that doesn't have an open mind that has been calling these games shit because they weren't on their platform of choice.
A lot of PlayStation gamers don't even have an open mind.
Well, I mean, no. I do. See, I'm saying this, and I'm talking to you, and you're asking me for my opinion. I don't care about you. Okay? And I know who I am, and I know I've played these games. I'm talking about the individuals we talked about in the beginning of the podcast. I want to know what their thoughts on these games are. They're going to have the ability
to play fake Xbox gamers? Is that what you're referring to? The fake ones, right?
Well, all the ones that we deal with on Twitter every day.
Yeah, those are I call them fake. I call them fake.
Eastwood.
A lot of them are fucking fake. Yeah, he's fake as fuck.
You know, Tim Dog. Yeah. What is K Mega? The one that got drunk and fell asleep. Fucking
Mr. 100.
Yeah, I want to know. Look, they have the ability, right, to play this, right? If you have Game Pass, you can play it for free. I can't wait to see if these guys give a fuck about the games or not, or they just still think they're shit.
Okay. So Tuesday the 25th, Kingdom Hearts 3, 2 Point Hospital, which I'm excited for, and Wasteland Remastered, which is 2 games left again. February 25th, and then the 26th is Yakuza 0. 27th is Jackbox Party 3.
So what's the reason? So Fatal, what's the reason? And this is Adam to answer this. What's the reason for putting third-party games on Game Pass and then taking them off? Because that's what they're doing. You know that, right? They're putting these games on.
Yeah, they take them off.
Yeah.
Well, look, they know they're not gonna have enough. Look,
Because the contract deal they made with the company.
Yeah, it's the contract, and then J Love, you gotta be realistic, bro. It don't mean it's bad. Don't think it's bad, bro. I know we are PlayStation guys. We know Xbox is the enemy. I know, but keep an open mind. They don't got that much fucking memory. You think they got enough memory to put every fucking game on Game Pass and keep it there, get the new games, and usher in a new generation and get those games and keep everything else there? Hell no.
Yes.
They gonna keep no, J-Love, no.
So hold on. So let me get this straight. They're taking them off Game Pass and putting new games on there.
Yeah.
And so if somebody comes along and says, "Hey, where's that game at?" They subscribe to that game.
They shit out of luck.
But
buy it.
But don't PS Now do the same thing?
Yeah, they did.
Now they are.
Yeah. They're doing the same thing with the promotion games. They're not doing. They haven't done the same thing with the old games.
No. But we're talking about
just their first party titles.
Just their new first party titles. They've been doing that over the past couple months. But see, Bloodborne is still on there. Snow Bunny. Bloodborne was on there since 2018. Like they never took that off.
Yeah,
still on
it's
there.
Mainly it's more to recent when they put God of War, Uncharted 4, Lost Legacy.
They're trying to see if they can bait people.
Since January.
Yeah, they want to bait people into getting the service, but also let people know, hey, these games are really only on PlayStation. If you really want to keep them, you should basically just buy them on the PlayStation 4. So they're trying to bait people into using the service.
Especially more than
smart tactic, though.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people fell for it.
Let's be honest, it's basically.
Well, shit, I got my neighbors. Fucking, they recently picked up a fucking 1 terabyte slim, fucking like 4 days ago.
Oh yeah.
And I convinced them to get fucking PS Now.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, it's gonna be an oversaturation of these online game passes because now you got EA doing it, Ubisoft. Everybody got their own. Everybody got their own.
This shit to me, I don't mind Game Pass what they're doing, but when you got all these subscription services, man, all doing the same shit. Like people have already said this, man. Like
it's a bubble. It's gonna bubble up. Yep. Just like Sam said, it's gonna bubble up. It's gonna blow up. Everybody's gonna be like, "What the fuck happened?" Because you got PlayStation got their own shit. Ubisoft, EA, it's just too much, yo. So you don't need fucking Rockstar's games if Rockstar got their own pass. If they got their own shit, they can keep their own shit.
But see, but the biggest point, it all boils down to one thing and one thing alike, man. And this is what a lot of people tend to ignore: is that if you are a person that prefers like you want to own your shit, then those subscriptions become irrelevant.
Yeah.
Like they really do. If you're a physical guy and that's all you care about is physical games and you don't give a fuck about digital or renting services, Game Pass is technically a rental service. Let's be honest here.
It's
you're not going to look at a subscription service, no matter how tempting it is. No matter how tempting it is, I use fucking Game Pass on the regular, yes, because of my financial state that I'm currently in right now. But before that, fucking I was buying games and shit like that on that service. Why do you fucking think I fucking still own fucking? Like, Automata, I bought that on the Xbox. That's not even on Game Pass. I bought that on Xbox because I want to support Japanese games going to that platform. I could have bought it on PlayStation. It was on sale so many times, but no, I bought it a week after it launched on Xbox for full price. Mm-hmm. I'm doing the same for Final Fantasy VII as well. People think, you're just waiting for it to go on Game Pass. No, motherfucker. I want to support Japanese games. I'm buying it on Xbox. I'm still going to be playing it on PlayStation, but I'm buying it on Xbox. Like, I don't understand people get fucking upset about that. It's like, motherfucker, because last gen, I bought Lost Odyssey, Blue Dragon, Eternal Sonata, fucking all those Japanese games that were on there. I fucking bought them on the 360.
A remaster, and I can't wait for that.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
Ooh, I might have to cop that.
I heard about that last year, and I'm waiting.
Glad you told me that. That's dope. That's dope.
Can't wait for that shit.
But again, if you're a person that loves, because I'm full on digital. Right? So I prefer owning my shit. So a lot of the games that I have played on Game Pass, they're either fucking games that I will eventually get around to buying. And again, anybody in their right mind who sits there and claims that it's fucking stupid to fucking buy, like, to rent a game and beat it and then buy it afterwards, there's nothing wrong with doing that. And I can't stress it enough, man, because that's the way I've always done it since I was a kid when I used to rent games. When renting games was a normal fucking thing to do.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? GameFly has been around since 2002. It's been around for 2 fucking decades, and it's still around today. Nobody said shit about that. Nobody gave a fuck about that. And that's worse because they put every fucking game up there day and date that you can literally rent out. Put on your queue list and shit like that. PlayStation games go up there day and date. Xbox games go up there day and date. Switch games go up there day and date. But nobody's going to say shit about that. But when it comes to a service like fucking Game Pass, right? Oh no, can't have that. Not allowed to put their fucking first-party games up there. He values the games and all this good bullshit. It's like, man, come on, dude. Yes, I understand that the fan base itself, I fucking hate the Xbox fan base. I cannot stand that fucking fan base, man, because of how badly they treat games, man.
Because the game's going Game Pass, it's like theoretically you're just diminishing.
Say what you will about me. I don't give a fuck, dude, man. But at least I'm out here. I don't care if people think every game that Xbox fucking makes is trash. I'm playing this shit.
Like, how many fans, like, people on Twitter, right, will hype up Gears, talk about Gears 5, but then you hear that they got it on Game Pass. Like, dude, like, why are you hyping up when you literally you didn't even fucking purchase the full game, you didn't even fucking support it. You know what I mean?
State of Decay 2, a game that everybody hates on the Xbox, right? I bought the Ultimate Edition of that. I bought the Ultimate Edition for like $68 after tax, Canadian-wise. Do I regret it? Fuck no. It's one of my games that I still have installed to this day because they keep updating it. They keep adding new shit, man. That makes the game... gives me a reason to go back and play, just like No Man's Sky does.
It's your boy.
You know what I mean?
It's your boy, man. It's your boy that propaganda, Cole and dealing them niggas, man. Some niggas.
Those are the people that I don't like, J-Love. Those are the people that I fucking detest in this community.
Let me just say this, though, because, D-Law posted up on Twitter about Doom Eternal, right, talking about it, and I said, finally, you're talking about something other than fucking hardware, right? And he goes, personally going, no, we talk about games all the time on our podcast. And I'm like, yeah, you're a podcast, but on Twitter and your own individual videos, you're literally just coughing out the same shit over and over again, which is basically hardware. Like, you don't talk about games nearly as much as you think you do.
I'm glad that you said that because I always see people retweet his shit, so I see it on my feed.
I've watched their podcast.
It's like, bro, you're a bigger Xbox fucking person than I am, dude, and yet I'm here fucking excited about the games that are coming out, and yet I haven't seen a post from this motherfucker in forever talking about anything coming out.
That's what I found.
What the fuck,
Doom thing, bro? Because I've been talking up Doom since it fucking got released, right? When it got like, what was it? What was it? 2018? I think they did the full reveal at QuakeCon. I think it was. Like, I was hyped for that game. I mean, again, I've been hyped for it since like I remember back in the day, the original reboot of Doom, right? In, I don't know what it was. I think it was like 2013, I think it was. Where it was not like what Doom 2016 was. It was like more realistic. That game I was hyped for, but then it completely changed its whole format to what Doom originally was back, in the 1983.
Doom's 2016 was a fucking beast, dude. It was really on the wrong side though for the campaign, but fuck that noise.
But here's the thing, right? I've been hyped for fucking Doom. I've been recently playing the multiplayer. I've played the single player so many times. I'm probably gonna play the single player before Doom Eternal comes out, just to recap on what happens. But I've been talking about Doom for so long. This guy comes along and goes to himself, "Oh yeah, Doom Eternal looks really good." It's like, dude, I had never heard you ever talk about it.
I'm telling you, fake ass fucking motherfuckers, dude. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
And like I said to him, bro, like I'm glad that he's talked about this game because obviously he's got more followers than me on Twitter. I've only got like 131, but like I'm glad that he talked about it because like more people are gonna be like, okay, I might pick up this game. Like, I still think
Adam, speaking of Doom, this question I want to ask you, real quick, you brought the multiplayer aspect of Doom, right? Because this is one of the reasons why I like the multiplayer of Doom. Because I think personally it's the closest thing that I'll ever get a console Twitch shooter. Because I love Twitch shooters, man, because I grew up with that shit, with like Quake and Unreal Tournament and whatnot. And Doom, when I played the beta for it, back when it was under NDA, so I couldn't talk about it, that was one of the things that I was so excited about for that multiplayer, dude. Because like being able to do like rocket splash damage or whatever you want to call it, but at the same time hopping around and doing what I normally would do in a Twitch shooter game felt so fucking surreal to me. But it just sucks that it was dampened down by a console fucking narrative fucking standpoint, man. The Twitch shooters are best on mouse and keyboard.
The only thing I'm still kind of confused about is people that I would have never thought would be interested in Animal Crossing is talking about Animal Crossing and thinking about getting Animal Crossing. And I'm sitting here, is it because everything got delayed for them or something?
It probably is, Snowbody.
It is. You look, Snowbody, you 100% right. Like, look, it's the curiosity and it's also the hype.
Right.
It's like, that's what happens with hype. When you hype something up, you get other people hyped that might not even give a fuck about something. And like you said, if you don't got the games that you were going to buy around this time period, people would have been playing The Last of Us. Now, imagine if Last of Us...
No, but what I'm saying is like, Doom Eternal's coming out the same day.
As what?
And the people who
Doom is coming out the same day as Animal Crossing?
Well, same week.
Doom Eternal... No, it's the same day, March 20th.
Alright.
Yeah. Doom Eternal is coming out the same day as Animal Crossing. They have meme videos about the Doom guy going in and picking up Animal Crossing and Isabel going in and picking up Doom, okay? There's huge
I saw that this week. The having with each other.
Yeah, and so the people who I would expect to get Doom and play Doom and not even talking about Doom, they're looking at getting Animal Crossing. So I don't understand that.
Yeah, it's a bit odd, man. I go into the back, to the aspect of Doom. Like, I mean, like I said this before. Like, if Doom came out last year, like if it actually still was coming out last year, that game, without a doubt, would have won Game of the Year. And everyone's like, oh, how do you know that? How do you think that? It's like, because if you've not seen the previews of this game, and I'm surprised to hear this. Dude. Every preview is like, this is a Game of the Year contender. I'm like, you're joking. Like, Doom? I went, hey man, you're saying it, I'm stoked. I really am. And like, the only thing which I recently found out about Doom, which I mean, I'm not completely bummed about Fatal, but they're not doing the traditional multiplayer to the game. They're doing the battle mode for the multiplayer.
Oh really?
Yeah, battle mode is their multiplayer in the game, which I think it's got to do with the aspects of how they were going around development. Because initially, the 2v1 thing was within the campaign, but what they've done is they've completely scrapped that out of the game and given it its own thing. And then they are doing that thing of if I die in the game and someone else or my friends is playing it, they will go up against an empowered demon that will have additional resources if they kill him. I mean, again, I'm not pissed about it completely. I'm definitely playing battle mode, definitely, because that looks fucking up. It looks really good. It's really
they're doing it like from software.
Hey Sam, you see this drum kit that somebody made? That's pretty dope.
Yeah, basically it's a sense of like, so if I die from like a demon, basically, you play it. You kill that same demon, you just basically get loads of ammo and health and armor, which is pretty dope. I like that.
Adam, one game though that I do.
Sorry, what?
What?
Where?
Was that Brian?
Brian, what did you say?
Yeah, but I think, man, I mean, I find, like I said about Deer, man, I find it funny that, again, he brings, no offense to the guy, but he brings up his fucking podcast. Like, I'm not talking about your podcast, I'm talking about, your Twitter, your individual videos, and the thing is, he didn't reply to me, because I went to his Twitter, and then I went on to his YouTube channel, and looked at his fucking whole video line, right, of what he's made, past few weeks. It's been, I'm talking about Dilla. And his whole, literally, you go on him, Cole, whoever, right? Their videos are literally hardware, PS5 hardware, Xbox hardware. It's like, how about Dino and Cole? Fucking games. How about the games that are coming out and not the hardware?
Yeah, I noticed something about Dealer, man, and you know what? I can't.
We've had them both on the show, right? You know, they've been okay guys. Like when we talk to them, they're fine. But I kind of feel like they played the same cards, man.
They blocked everybody, bro. After that drama with me, they tried to make it seem like a lot of outrage, and then all the Xbox people that didn't block.
Wait, Wasteland Remastered not coming to fucking PS4?
What game?
What?
Wasteland Remastered is not coming to PS4? Okay, that's a weird fucking
I don't even know what
Now,
that is.
guys, I need to ask y'all a question because I'm kind of confused. And this is dealing with The Witcher 3 on the Switch. Why did City Project Red make it so that we can have PC compatibility where we can share our save files, but they didn't do it for the other consoles?
Because look, I'm just giving you my 2 cents because a lot of people that have a Switch, a lot of them do come from PC or also have a PC. That's what they thought it was, and of course it's easier. It's gonna be harder to say, hey, Microsoft, Sony, get on board with this transferring your game save shit. I think they think that. So maybe that's why they did PC, because it's already an open platform and it's
but the thing is Xbox is trying to get into that PC thing also. You see what I mean?
Yeah, but they're not fucking legit about it. I mean, they're not genuine about it. Like they still see everybody as a competitor. Even though
the thing is, Jay, it's a good point bringing this up because again, you know, the whole Fortnite situation of the cross progression and shit like that, and everyone being uproar about it. But then this is happening with Switch. No one's talking about it. No one is. Like, it's like, oh, cool, awesome for Switch, but it's like, are they not doing it for PS4 and Xbox?
No, they said they weren't. So I'm sitting there like, why haven't we? And like I said, the Switch is the worst version of it. You gotta think about that too.
Oh, no.
That's kind of the fuck you though, man, because fucking Wasteland 4 is coming out. Wasteland 2 and Wasteland Wasteland 3 is gonna be on fucking PlayStation, but you're not gonna release the fucking remaster? Damn. Alright, that's kind of fucked up, but whatever.
They have a couple of them on PS now, which is strange.
That's what I'm saying. Like Wasteland 2 is on PS4. And Wasteland 3 is coming to PS4, but the remaster to the original game that started like a whole entire Fallout genre, fucking that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Oh well, shit, whatever, man.
It's weird, man.
I'm assuming that's gonna come at some point.
Like that's one of them. But
I'm pretty sure it probably will. Yeah,
right? Yeah. Like Resident Evil 4, will it be remastered? Will it be remade? It's like, well, right now it doesn't need to be remade because you know it's being already remastered twice on the PS3 and then the PS4.
Well, it's funny because like this game shouldn't even technically be called. Well, no, actually, it is because fucking like this is a game that came out in like '88.
Like people are against it at first, and like later on they'll be with it.
Yeah.
Like,
well, no, I mean it makes sense because like I never even heard about the remaster of Wasteland until after NXL got bought up by Microsoft. So I think that was a Microsoft decision for them to go ahead and like remaster that game, which is good because like people that don't know, like because a lot of people look at the Wasteland series and be like, you know what I mean, because of how it looks and the way it's like. Although the third one looks fucking incredibly better than the fucking second one.
Like, see, here's the thing, right? But like us talking about genre of games, this kind of goes back to the whole Gears Halo narrative, right? Of like why people like Gears, you know, like Xbox fans play those games. And like I look at, for instance, there's two aspects to it actually. First of all is Ninja Theory, right? Ninja Theory, they've already mentioned that basically their games that they're making right now are all to do with mental illness, mental aspects of human being, human nature, and like that. And I'm like to myself, how many Xbox fans are actually gonna like these sort of games? Like, because theoretically,
they should, because a lot of Xbox gamers have mental problems.
But again, like the thing is, right? Xbox fans have not had those sort of games, or have not like had the criteria of liking these sort of games, right? Compared to maybe PlayStation, right? Because it's that sense. It's kind of like, you know, Nintendo have these sort of games where you wouldn't think that they'll be on PlayStation or Xbox, but there are fan bases on PlayStation and Xbox that would like.
How many
like I said this to Sam and Jay the other day. One of the if you were to ask me what was the biggest purchase or surprise purchase that Microsoft made on Studio Aspects, would it be Double Fine or would it be Ninja Theory? And to be honest, originally I thought it would be Ninja Theory, but it was Double Fine. Double Fine was the biggest fucking shock to me because Tim Schafer is not anything like he's nothing like Xbox in the sense of like Microsoft in a sense. Like their ambitions of how they deal with shit is nothing like Tim Schafer. Like I would expect him to avoid Microsoft as if they're like a fucking plague. But
and it's funny that you say that, Adam, too, as well, because you're absolutely right about that. Like when they made that announcement of Double Fine, I was just like, holy fuck, really?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people only really know Tim Schafer from like last gen and this gen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like that motherfucker has his own legacy back when he used to work for LucasArts.
At this time he did so. No doubt.
I'm gonna say this right now, man.
Throttle and stuff, dude, man. Like, he brought that back. I was so happy about that.
Like I think Tim Schafer will leave Double Fine. Like he's been there for a long time, and I feel like I just don't see him as like.
No, man. Double Fine is his fucking baby, though, man.
I know that, man. I know that, but like he's been there for a long time, and like the fact that he's gone and done this, I'm like, it's not like him. Like he's an independent guy. I mean, I understand the aspect of taking up the offer because it's like Insomniac. Insomniac didn't own any fucking IP that they made. It was all PlayStation, right? And when you look at studios this generation, when you look at all the studios that have closed down, like Criterion, like Evolution and Zipper and some others, like here and there, right? I'm like, you know what? I mean, I don't blame them for like obviously because again like you're a bit secure and shit like that, man. You're good, and obviously that's I'm not even mentioning like Blizzard with their layoffs, and that's even a weirder one because Activision, right? Activision made a shit ton of money last year, and they laid off a shit ton of people from Blizzard and other companies. Like that makes zero sense. They could have easily kept those people, but all right. But yeah, like I do feel like I've said it. Like next generation, I can see a lot of people, and this is mainly based around Xbox because PlayStation have already changed their people around for next generation. I do see people like maybe Tim Schafer dropping. I do see people like Phil Spencer maybe stepping down next generation, and others around that sort of area. Like, I'm surprised that I said Rod Ferguson would leave eventually. He's already fucking left. I'm like, yo, like, who's next?
Yeah, gone to a worser company on top of that. I mean,
that's what I mean. And I know the thing is, though, Phil, I said that, right? And someone literally tried to fucking go at me about this. I'm like, you can't be serious. Like, theoretically, think about it. Blizzard right now is trying to deal with the whole BlizzCon thing, and that got kind of fixed. There was the whole thing. Then they do the whole Warcraft 3 Reforged shit they're going through right now.
Dude, that was crazy how badly they fucked that up. That was such a dick move for them to do, man. It's like, bro, this is the game that puts you on the map next to Diablo.
Yeah, exactly.
And you fucking come out and you spit all over that, dude. Like, come on, man.
And again, you just mentioned Diablo. Remember when they fucking unveiled Diablo, the mobile game, instead of Diablo 4, and people got
Diablo Immortal? Yeah, that shit was hilarious. That shit.
And this guy on Twitter had the audacity to say like, how has he left how is this a bad thing that he's left us? Like, because he's gone to a worse estate company. I'm not gonna lie.
Like Mike Morhaime, dude. That motherfucker's been in Blizzard since the very inception. He's been there for fucking so long. Blizzard was such an amazing company until after Activision bought him out. And now that company has gone, like, that's no longer Blizzard that I know, man. Like, Blizzard fucking sucks cock nowadays, dude.
Yeah.
Pisses me off, man, because fucking all they care about is money, 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 money. Like, where the fuck is the passion? Where's the passion for these fucking projects, man?
No, I mean, to be honest, right? One thing I'm actually really happy about, but like, I don't expect like a lot from it, is the people that made that game Dangerous Driving, that basically are ex-Criterion devs, are making...
Yeah, the original developers that made fucking Burnout and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, no, they're making the sequel to Dangerous Driving 2, the little sequel to it, right? And I'm like, I saw what they're going to be doing for that game, and that literally sounds like Burnout Paradise. If they can somewhat conjure up something similar to that, EA, I want them to like do a fucking a white glove slap to EA and say, this is what you should have done years ago.
Right.
Because
Burnout 3 Takedown is still my most beloved Burnout game today. Don't get me wrong, Paradise is the shit too as well. But man, just going into that takedown mode and just playing that mode for hours, bro. Yeah.
Takedown and Revenge were my favorite. Well, Takedown was my favorite, but Revenge.
Takedown was fucking incredible. I love Takedown.
Yeah,
so
man.
much.
You see, here's the thing about it. Because obviously we're going to EA and shit, man. I'm gonna say right now, I do think EA have turned around slightly. I'm not gonna lie. They kind
of why? Because of that Star Wars shitty game?
Well, no. Well, here's the thing, right? I don't think it's mainly to do with EA. I think it's to do with Respawn. Because Respawn, theoretically, they have made... Their games that they've made, apart from maybe Titanfall, have been very good, right? They've made the right on what they're doing, right? But when it comes to EA, for me, if... this is sort of like the turning point for me. If... by some miracle, they can BioWare or whoever's a part of that project can bring back Anthem in a great way, like No Man's Skies did, and even Destiny, if you want to say them. I would have a little bit of belief with EA. Not saying completely though. The thing that would
I see where you're going. I see where you're going with.
Yeah, I feel like it's. I'm not saying completely, man. Obviously, in an ideal world, I would love EA to come out and be like, yo, Skate 5, whatever the fuck it was, Skate 4 or 3, and then bring out SSX, we're doing that game as well, and then maybe Battlefield Bad Company 3, apparently rumored to be the next Battlefield game.
Bad Company 3 would be fucking dope, if they do it right.
If they did that, and then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, we're remaking Mass Effect 1 or 2, and we're remaking maybe Dead Space 1 and 2, I'll be like, yo, I'm fucking in.
Yeah, it's like to be, you're talking about an EA from an alternate reality, and I like this EA, but man.
Yeah, because you see, here's the thing, right? A part of my belief is to do with Capcom, right? Capcom at the beginning of the generation were absolutely in the fucking shit. They were in the trenches.
Yeah,
they were
in the trenches, yeah.
Right? Obviously, you spoke about Resident Evil, right? Resident Evil, 4 was good. 5, I didn't mind Resident Evil 4. I didn't mind that game. 6 was a clusterfuck of genres that they were trying to mix into individual.
They were trying to please everybody and it backfired. Yeah, they were trying to please everybody.
Right? And you mentioned it earlier on. You want to see Jake come back with what's her name? Shelly?
Sherry Birkin, yeah.
Yeah, Shirley Birkin, right? I would love to see maybe a game with them too, right? I mean, I didn't mind Resident Evil 7.
Even if it's a spin-off, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, for me, I played Resident Evil 7, right? I didn't mind Resident Evil 7, but I can understand the gist of what you mentioned with the aspects of Ethan and
it's a good game. It's just a bad Resident Evil game. That's basically what I'm applying. And it's a good game and it's alright, but if you look at Resident Evil.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, Resident Evil, I remember people used to contradict Resident Evil as it's got to have zombies. It's got to be about zombies in that narrative.
Yeah. I remember that when 4 came out, and 5 and shit.
Exactly, right? But the thing is, in America, in England, wherever it may be, it's called Resident Evil. In Japan, it's called Biohazard. Biohazard is about viruses and shit like that. So it's theoretically, that's what it's always been based on a virus. Always.
It always has.
It's never been about the zombies and stuff like that. It's always been about you obviously have different forms of it, but theoretically it could be anything. As long as they keep a sense of what you mentioned, the lore and shit like that, that's good. But yeah, going back to it, Capcom have risen, and the only game right now that I'm thinking of that they haven't done well on is Street Fighter. It's the only game that I can really theoretically think of. And as much as I like the fact that they brought back Devil May Cry and Resident Evil, I'm one of those people that's literally waiting. I'm literally waiting on the bench, yo, Capcom, real quick, Onimusha. I know you remastered
Dino
that
Crisis
game,
is going to
but
be
you should have remade that fucking game. You should have remade on Immersion.
Yeah. You know why I think? You know why, Adam? I think they actually did that though, is because they wanted to see, they probably wanted to see like how
they did the same thing as what they did with Resident Evil.
To see how the sales would do. Yeah, if it's worth doing a remake or something.
And Street Fighter versus Tekken supposed to come out, and they supposed to be making.
No, that game is vaporware, bro. Yeah, that game is vaporware, Hollow, dude. That game is vaporware, man. It's never coming out.
No, but everybody's waiting on a remake for Dino Crisis. Everybody waiting.
Yeah, Dino Crisis. I think that's gonna be the next project after 3.
I think EA should be. I'm not saying again. I think EA. I think it would be a good idea to take a page out of Capcom's books and go back.
Agreed. I agree 100%.
I understand that EA. A lot of people give them shit, but you go back to PS2 and PS3, man. There's no way of a shadow of doubt you can't say they did not make some that you didn't publish. Sorry.
Oh no, they did. The Mass Effect series and shit. Yeah, I even heard the rumors circulating about KOTOR coming back. And I'm like, okay, EA.
I mean,
if you're gonna bring back KOTOR,
I remember Black on the PS2. That game.
Black was amazing. Did you ever play Body Count though? Like the actual spiritual successor from the original devs? That game. I played that shit. That game was fucking lit, dude. But everybody shouted, man. I was like, whoa.
Army of Two was another one.
Army of Two was fucking phenomenal, dude.
Yeah. And again, SSX, it was called Deadly Descent, but then it was just called SSX. That game, I loved the shit out of that. 2012? I think it was that game.
I hope.
It hasn't been a good snowboarding game, really. I mean, Steep came out, but
they should have bring back Fight Night.
Yeah, Fight Night. Yeah.
There's a lot of rumors going around about a new Fight Night coming out, but whether they're true or not, it's all up in the air right now. But yeah, I mean, here's the problem, right? My issue is that ever since that Andrew Wilson motherfucker came into play, dude, and started actually forechecking every game to have some kind of microtransaction mechanic behind it, all the sports styles have it now. Fucking, you know what I mean? I'm glad that loot box shit backfired on their ass with Star Wars Battlefront 2. I really am. Because now I'm starting. I can see where you're going with that, but they have a lot to make up for it, man.
Yeah, see that?
See, they brought Star Wars. That game being.
That's what I mean. We're talking about Star Wars and loot box, right? But again, the end of last year and the beginning of this year, I've been seeing a lot of people talking big about fucking Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm like, wait, is this game really making that big of a comeback? And it's yep.
Yeah, actually it has. Believe it or not, it has. Yeah. It's been a really, really big comeback.
Again, yes,
I
it's
hate
taken
that
them.
damn game.
I understand it's taken them. I know it's taken them a long time, but yeah.
I got the damn game. I don't play it no more. You gotta do all this to get the new guns and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. That's stupid.
Yeah, I don't like the whole brand. Ubisoft is the same way too as well.
Yeah, Ubisoft same as well.
Ubisoft has a long way to go for me to start really being back in love with that company, man.
I feel like with
Ubisoft to me was the king for me back in the day, bro.
I feel only games. I don't know. The only games I'm liking from Ubisoft, as of recent, and this is kind of a very because some people 50-50 on these games, is Division 1 and 2. Division 1 when it came out, it wasn't great. I was one of the people that ripped into it.
Yo, here's a crazy story for you, Adam. Check this out, right? Division 1, right? When they first showed that game off during the PS4 reveal, right? That was a game this is a game that would get me to buy a PlayStation 4, right?
Yeah.
So, and then I was so excited for fucking, I love Tom Clancy. I've been a big fan of Tom Clancy games since Ghost Recon and shit, right? And Rainbow Six. So when this game came out, right, mind you, I had the PS4 prior to that. But when I finally played it, dude, man, I was just like, bro, thank God, man, that I didn't buy a PS4 just for this game at launch. Because that game pissed me off. I played it, though. Don't get me wrong. I played it. Sold the entire game by myself.
I mean, me too, man. Again, the thing is with Division, for me anyway, at the beginning, I can understand a lot of people's frustration with the game because it was like Destiny in a sense. There was not a lot of content after you reach endgame. But it was that sense of in the later half, right? I think it was the second year or nearing the second year, that game was just a completely different fucking being. And I was like,
oh no, it was. It was, yeah. I stuck around there for a little while, dude. I tried like when they added like the level instances where you can go to like higher levels or higher enemies and whatnot. Yeah, that's when I stopped playing it. That's when I stopped playing it. All my friends stopped playing it.
Underground came out, it was cool, but then when they put in I think it was when they put in Survival, which was episode 3. When they put that in there, which is basically like it was kind of a battle royale game in its own right if you wanted to do it. That a lot of people dug, like they really liked that game mode, and then they did the multiplayer aspect where it was like traditional TDM domination, and like it got there, and I'm like,
yeah.
I mean,
and then now the second one, they just went on sale for like what, $3? $3 for me in Canada, $2 for you guys, and fucking, I was gonna buy it, but I was just like, sorry, Ubisoft, not even at that price you ain't getting it yet.
If anyone's going to get Division 2 for that price right now, then I would say only do that if you're going to think about getting the new DLC, which is coming out, which I'm definitely getting that DLC. I'm definitely getting the DLC for that game, because I think it's kind of like Division 1, it's the second coming, and they are doing a lot with that game, like the gear score, the world tier system, modifiers, like, they're doing a good job with that. But again, like, I don't know, like, you know, that's kind of the only game.
What really did it for me? Well, the thing that did it with me with when my hatred started to go towards fucking Ubisoft, man, was when when Rainbow Six. Remember when Rainbow Six Patriots was a thing?
Yep.
And then I was all like, man, I was like, sweet, finally, man, like another game. It's Vegas 1 and 2 were just like, bro, like those games were fucking incredible for the last generation, man. And then like they came out and then out of nowhere they canceled that game and they come out with fucking garbage ass Siege. Oh look, I understand that Siege is popping right now and it's been going for like a couple of years now. That's fine and dandy. But fuck that game. That's not Rainbow Six. Like the fuck is this shit?
I can. You gotta think about it. Everybody love that motherfucking new game.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. Yeah, no, I bought it too as well. I own it too as well on PS4. Don't even like fucking think I didn't buy it. No, I bought it. But it's like, bro, come on, man, give me a proper like Ghost Recon. They turned Ghost Recon fucking into a mockery of itself. Like, it doesn't even feel like I'm playing Ghost Recon.
Fuck Ghost Recon, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. It's like, bro, like, okay, but the problem is, like, I don't fault or Ubisoft as much per se. It's because of the fact that, like, when your games, like, since the industry's gotten so big, right? Like, we're talking like bigger than Hollywood now, and whatever you want to call it. A lot of these devs are out here to try to attract as much people as they can to these franchises. So yeah, it makes sense to streamline their shit, but I mean, come on, not with Ghost Recon and not with Tom Clancy, man. Fuck out of here. That's why I want a new Splinter Cell, but I don't. Because I know they're gonna fucking make it too fucking simple and too fucking easy. And I don't want that, man.
But they need a like Ghost. They should have bought out Ghost Recon, Future Soldier 2 or something like that. They should have did something.
No, fuck that. Give me like GWAR, man. GWAR. Advanced Warfighter, dude. That shit was incredible for its time, dude, man. Like I said, like I'm used to the days when Ghost Recon was like one shot you're dead, or 2 shots most you're dead. You know what I mean? It had like that realism vibe to it, man, where you had to peek around corners and shit to fucking fight off enemies and whatever the case may be. It's dope. Now,
you know how that is, though. You know how that is.
Yeah, man. Like GWAR was like that too as well, but you had the advanced technology to be able to like use a drone to fly up in the sky and be able to fucking tag things. Then when you tag things, and you're able to see what you're coming up next to. You know what I mean? Like, the game was so unpredictable. Like, Rainbow Six Siege, yeah, it still has that, but it's all done through multiplayer. You know what I mean? I'm good there. I want an actual fucking, like, a campaign mode, story mode, whatever you want to call it. They're coming up with this new one. They're like, oh, we're not even going to put a campaign mode in there. Fuck you French bastards. I'm good there, man.
Okay, and what's that? Let's get the fuck out of here so I can get some sleep.
Yeah, I know. I'm starving, dude. I have to go eat, man. I'm hungry.
Okay, anybody else with any questions, closeouts? Anybody want to say anything before I push that end stream button? Anybody?
Bye, everyone. Have a good week.
Okay.
Woman, I can hear you talking.
Good night.
I think my ass calling out.
Thanks everybody for coming. God bless y'all. Good night.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yo, thanks for having me on your show again there, JayTech. I appreciate it. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to you there, Andrew. You know, I like fucking with you, buddy.
I see you, Umar, Boca Loca, Ice Queen Gaming. I see all of y'all. Thank you for all
That's
the
what don't be so
support.
late, nobody.
Yo, real quick, Jay.
I had some issues going on this week. I wasn't even going to plan. I didn't plan on even being here, but plans changed.
What you say, Adam? You want to say something?
Get that picture off your damn thing, bro. Get that douchey ass guy off that goddamn stage.
This guy is the topic for our future podcast because he's a legend.
Sorry, bro.
He is a legend.
All right, guys. Later, guys.
You know what I said when when you have the fans, the saving grace of Xbox. He's done so much for us.
Yes,
like any person could have done his job, and even better, bro. Like they could have had the studios.
That guy's a legend, bro. Before we leave, I just want to say I know he's coloring his hair. I know it. I know that motherfucker's coloring his hair, bro.
Yeah.
Wait, you talking about he's got Benjamin Button disease? Yeah, he has got the Benjamin Buttons.
No, motherfucker, he's coloring his hair. He's dyeing his hair.
Yeah, like I said, Jay, the Benjamin Button disease, bro. He's right. Obviously, he's going from old to younger, but still, he getting old, man.
Yeah,
he's running on it.
So all them Xbox fans
We say it every time, man. That guy is low key. Every time I see him on stage, it's either it's like the Xbox fan base is draining, is sucking the life force out of him, like somehow. Like liposuction. It's just, oh god. I can't look at that. I'm sorry. I've got to click off it. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Bro, hey, we about to go offline. Adam, stay here, bro. I gotta talk to you about this fucking tweet I just saw, bro. I gotta tell you about this fucking Xbox. It's an Xbox tweet.
Well, what? Oh shit, Fatal's not even here. Well, I seen that Fatal's gone, man. I'm just gonna say, hey, it's good to have Fatal back on again. I always like talking to the guy because, me and him, we share a very common interest of love of arena and Twitch-based shooters, man. It's always nice to see there's people out there that actually like those sort of games as well. All good.
Okay.
Anyway,
see you guys. I might see you guys tomorrow. I'm not feeling good. I fucked up. I fucked up today. I fucked up last night with my sleep. And I'm fucking sweating bullets. And I know it's not that fucking hot in here. But I might be on tomorrow. Or you might see me home tomorrow.
Oh, bro.
But I'll see you guys. Whenever we gotta cover this news, I'll see you.
Just one last thing. I don't know if there's any Deontay Wilder fans. But yeah, he can go fuck himself.
I know you were waiting for it. I knew you were waiting for it. Look, I love boxing, but the way that he got embarrassed, I will not watch it because
I was on Twitter yesterday and Facebook yesterday talking down. People were shitting on me, saying that ain't gonna happen. He's gonna knock out Tyson. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. That right hand to the ear, burst that guy's eardrum. He was off as soon as that happened, bro. His equilibrium, it was fucked. He was gone. Man. It felt so good seeing that, bro. I wish I put money on that as well.
Yeah, you should have put money on that. Let's get up out here. I'll see you guys later.